soon the stream will be live. And now it is. Excuse me. Coughing just as the stream goes live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bryte, Burning Daylight. I'm Christiana Ellis, the Game Master. We are playing Roll20's Burn Bryte. Yay!
Yay! Yay! Missed the cue.
Our players tonight, David Archambault as Nova Itala.
Greetings.
James Silverstein, Silverstein?
Silverstein.
Silverstein, okay. Silverstein as Urzaz.
Hey.
Lee Burdett as Basket Case.
Hello.
Nobilis as Erasto.
I've got a chemical just for that.
And Paul Weimer as Yondu.
Pedal to the metal.
So, we're going to be playing Burn Bryte, as I mentioned. But before we get into the recap, I figured we would do a recap of the safety tools. Not because I expect this episode to have any special need for them, but because, especially with a new player last week, I probably should have gone over them then. Just as good praxis, so to speak. So, we have, in Burn Bryte, a safety deck. And if you take a look, players should all be able to see the deck at the lower right-hand side of their screen. It's not going to show on the stream, but I've pulled it up here. There is a keep going, a slow down, and a stop card. If at any point in the proceedings you are feeling like, I'm not so sure about this, I feel like I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable, maybe let's pump the brakes a little bit. That's what slow down is for. And we can kind of figure out how to proceed without causing any distress. Stop is we have already started to verge onto territory that we don't want. And so that would be, of course, stop. And that would mean no questions asked. We choose a different way for the story to proceed and cancel whatever the offending material was. And then keep going is a good example of a card that is not necessarily as obvious in its use, but the idea is, let's say your character is going through some intense personal drama and it's very upsetting for your character and you are role-playing the character's distress, but you want it to be clear to all of the other players that it is the character in distress and not you. You are having fun and you want to make it clear, you don't need to slow down on my part, on my account. I'm having fun. This is just character.
Gotcha.
And so that's what that's about. And so any of you should be at any point able to grab those cards and feel free to use them because this is all about everyone having a good time. So, with that accomplished, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time on Burning Daylight. Does anyone want to jump in with a recap? Whoops.
I will
We
jump
fought
in.
some laser creatures
Yes.
and made things blow up or made cultists blow up that were much bigger than we expected.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So all of you have infiltrated a space station known as the Inferna, which you had discovered to be the base for some cultists from the Daylight cult, a cult that worships the strange phenomena which seems to be consuming the whole galaxy called the Burn. So they set up this station very close to this red-orange aurora-like field that is at the very edge of the known galaxy currently. And they had kidnapped a bunch of people. So you're here to rescue those people. In the process, you come in and you discover right away a new friend, Urzaz, who had also come hoping to rescue some people, had been captured, but now released thanks to all of you. But you discover this whole thing was a setup from the daylight. What they wanted was adventurers to come in and to film the adventurers being defeated by some strange laser beasts. And it didn't really go the way they hoped, because you triumphed over the laser beasts, stormed into where they were filming, and defeated the cultists, at least in that room, including Oppo Midinavinkin, the Hand of Gulmok. In the process, about half of the 30 helpless bystanders in that room got burned almost to death. But fortunately, you had plenty of medical supplies on hand and were able to treat all of the wounded and evacuate them
You're
to your
welcome.
ship.
Yep.
Yes. So you've managed to evacuate those prisoners to your ship, but you know, thanks to Urzaz, who is a Rornan, which is a swarm, a hive-minded swarm of bugs, who spread himself out through all of the ventilation shafts to get a look at all of the different rooms. You know that there are more prisoners remaining on the station that have yet to be rescued. So, while you have dealt with some but not all of the cultists and rescued some but not all of the prisoners, you are currently now deciding where to head next. The one remaining wild card is that there is another Eno, which is like a cat person, cat feline humanoid sort of alien, same race, same species as Nova Itala, named Ciela Vaxen, who seemed to show up at the same time as you did and proceeded to start attacking the daylight ships, and seems to be mounting his own rescue, where he very much did not ask for your help, in fact just told you to stay out of his way. So he's on the station also, up to his own mischief. So with all of that, new crew, where would you like to go?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is recharge my personal shield with a plasma charge.
All right.
And I think anybody else who lost their shield in the battle should probably do the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just a suggestion, since we're now trying to figure out which direction to head next. Those several cultists that you decided to let go on their merry way have in fact gone to the security and armory, and I think that maybe taking care of the cultists that are there first might be a good idea, so they don't come up and kill us.
Are they between us and the nearest group of hostages?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, then I don't think that we should bother with with them first. I think we should handle the prisoners first, because quite frankly, given how soon the burn is going to be here, I don't think we can afford to take side trips.
Well, the thing is, they're going to take a side trip up behind us and shoot us while we're trying to
We'll
rescue.
just have to keep our eyes open.
I think this is a fanatically stupid idea, but you rescued me, so.
Yeah. Where are they in relation to
The security room is on the way to the hangar where Ciela Vaxen is has blown up most of the ships there and is currently waging his own one Eno war against the daylight.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's often they're off in that direction. They're
Yeah.
more likely to meet him than us, and quite frankly, they're more likely to worry about him than us. So yeah, I'm all for going for the other prisoners first.
yeah, I think other prisoners should be a priority.
I mean, it would be nice to beat up more cultists, but we're really here for the prisoners, not to beat up cultists. That's a side benefit.
Never mind. I'll just follow you.
Though the fact that we know that they're likely to come up behind us, should be a good advantage to us when they do come.
Well, that we'll see what happens. Again, let's get off to the to that room that that you so skillfully told us existed.
All right.
Yes,
So?
we will be passing by the room where they've been sort of holding some sort of cult ritual. I don't know if you want to stop there or not, but we will be passing by that.
I think we should just like sneak past. If we can get to the prisoners and get them out without alerting them, then so much the better. Remember, all the Eno guy is blown up all their ships. When we leave with the prisoners, everybody left behind is going to get killed anyways. So killing them ahead of time doesn't change anything.
I understand a new friend's desire to deal with the cultists. After all, they did stick them in a Tupperware container.
That's
So
true.
I'm really doing this out of safety, but obviously you know what you're doing, so I'll follow along.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just setting down priorities.
We're new heroes.
As if to
Legends
punctuate
yet.
the conversation, you hear another explosion from the sort of east wing of the station.
All right, so
Okay.
so let's get moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So,
we're going,
yeah.
and
So,
once this door opens, I'm going to make like quieting gestures with my
that door was actually
tentacle.
sitting open. It had not
Okay.
been closed. So,
Right. But anyway,
so this is
I'm
the
gonna
room,
make-
yeah, where
you
they
know,
were praying.
Put one tentacle up in front of my reliquary in a shushing motion.
Okay. You all want to move stealthily through the
Yeah.
corridor?
Yes.
All right. How about
Yes.
just a complexity 2 from everybody to sort of, remember, it does not have to be the stealth skill, but this is how you are moving quietly through the corridor. How you move through the corridor without attracting notice.
I'm going to roll decorum.
All right. All right. That's a success.
Yes. Same here.
All right. With stealth, that's
Decorum as
straightforward.
well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's all successes so far. Okay. One more to go. Oh wait, no. Do we got everybody? Okay. Yeah, that's everyone's passing. All right. Good. Good job. You all managed to move like a crack team unit of somethings. You move through the
Work nice.
corridor, double time silently, and you move to this northmost door, which is where you, Urzaz, you have told them like it's through there, and then the second door on the right is the cafeteria where you know the remaining prisoners are being held under guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is this door open or closed?
Well, it's closed, but you haven't tried going through yet. See, that's one of the things about having the whole map sort of revealed is that like it makes the doorways less clear. Every doorway you should consider to be closed unless you have done something to open it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, should we try and push the button to open it? Just to see?
worthwhile. Go ahead.
To be clear, we're talking about this door.
Yes, that
Yeah.
door right there.
Yep.
I just noticed all of everyone's tokens lined up against a different door. Is all.
Yeah.
All right.
We are stealthily lined up against the wall to block out the line of vision stuff.
Yeah, Novi told us if there's door control, she's going to try and
Yeah.
door open.
Yeah. So it is locked, and
Okay.
as with the other doors in this station so far, it is a complexity 3 to attempt to open it.
Alrighty then. I'll try talking to the door with computers. Let's see if we can stick this door, shall we?
All right. What does it look like when you're interfacing with the computers here? You are successful in opening it, but like, what do you have like a little kit that you plug into it, or
I think I have a little kit and a wire and connected to the standard dongle because they have to be maintained and worked on, so they have to have these connections for people just to keep them up. So I just use that as a way to basically hack into the door and work it for my own purposes.
Nice. You are successful, and the door opens. You see in front of you a long hallway that you suspect that the door on the very far side of the hallway would lead to the smaller airlock that you didn't choose to use. There are a number of doors on both the left and right sides of the hallway.
Okay. We shall sneak up to the second door on the right.
So technically so it's one big double door. You know that's the one. You know, and so tell me what you're doing.
I think that Erasto points to the door control and to our friend here, who's I can't remember anybody's name.
Ardu,
and the letters pass across the reliquary silently, saying, "Unlock it, but don't open it yet."
Okay. I'm willing to bet this is probably a more complicated door because it's got presumably has people inside. Am I right, ODM?
Well, I mean, I don't think you would have any way to know that in advance.
But
the door doesn't look any different than the others.
Okay, but I am going to plug in and start seeing if I can do my magic again.
Sure.
How hard is it?
Same. It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you are successful at unlocking it. You can open it
But I
at
do not.
your whim.
But I do not open it.
Okay.
I follow Arasto's advice.
All right.
Okay. And I gesture out to everybody to get situated. A few people on each side of the door, and then hold up first one tentacle, and then two tentacles, and then three tentacles, and push the button.
One, two, three, go, or we go on three.
Well, I'm the one pushing the button, so.
All right. So the door opens, and you see all of you see the map already, right? So.
Right.
Yeah. So you see that there are 10 prisoners. They still have their hands tied. They are sort of lined up in the middle of the room. There are a number of cultists in there. There seem to be 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 of the yellow-robed ones and 2 of the blue-robed ones. And they turn in surprise at the opening of the door. But you immediately notice a difference in their sort of demeanor. They seem like more worried. There's not an immediate readiness to attack. They look like, if anything, like startled and afraid as the door opens.
Okay. If we're going to immediately go to combat, then I would like to go first. But otherwise, I'm going to just take an action here.
Well, depending on what you want to do, we'll either go to combat or not.
I want to jump out into the kind of the front of everything, and say and shout, "Your leader is destroyed. Surrender now or die."
All right. So what we need is a complexity 4 roll.
Okay.
They definitely don't look like they're immediately planning to attack, but it's going to be complexity 4 to try to.
I understand that, and my character has, and this is okay, guys. I'm rolling my presence is only a D4, so I'm probably going to fail at this. But that was on purpose because I need a D4 in order to get my Nova point.
Well, okay. Nobody would like to slide in behind him, gun ready, basically, say, when he says you're all going to die, like, we mean it.
So you're helping?
Yeah, gonna assist.
Does that reduce the complexity?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm rolling complexity 3.
Yeah. All right, that's a failure. So I think that the obvious consequence here is that they look at you, and I think one of the blue robed ones says, "They're not so tough. All of you, get out of here, or else we kill the prisoners." Gonna give you all at least one more sort of attempt to do something other than just go into combat, or you can go into combat if you want.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to
I
jump
think
in and say, if I may jump in and say, the burn is coming. Run, and you may still live.
So yeah, I mean, it's still going to be a complexity 4. I think it's back to 4
Yeah.
this time, even if someone is helping.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to roll decorum for this.
Okay,
Give them a
so
chance to.
I need more justification for what you're saying falls into decorum.
Yeah.
Because what you just said isn't really decorum related, right?
Yeah.
Because the people who worship the burn, you just threatened them with their god.
Okay. What's the god's name?
Gulmok.
The burn is coming. Gulmok has forsaken you. Leave, and you may still live.
I still need more to justify why decorum would work for that.
Can I make a suggestion?
Okay.
Tell them that Gulmok doesn't want them to die. He wants them to spread his word throughout the rest of the galaxy.
Well,
Here's the
and-
problem,
okay.
and this is why I'm resisting this. Is these are fanatical cultists who, at the very least, believe that they literally hear the voice of their god in their head, and he gives them magic fire powers, and he tells them to do stuff all the time. And now you're going to come in, obvious outsiders with weapons, to tell them what their god wants.
Good point.
How about instead of decorum, I do suave?
Suave, I think, is much easier to justify.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Right.
usually willing to be pretty forgiving, but in this particular case, you are actively working against their very nature.
Okay, so
This is one of it's fine to roll that, but you need to present something that
yeah,
fits that.
decorum is
Um,
one thing.
Is
Decorum is good.
manners and politeness.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, everyone. Would you mind terribly if you proceed at best pace down the hall to the exit shuttles as this event has been concluded?
Yeah.
That would be decorum.
Especially since this is a second attempt at calming
Yeah.
them down and getting them to surrender. So,
Okay. Well,
Suave, I think.
four?
Yeah.
okay. Roll and suave.
Okay. Alas,
Okay.
that's another failure. I think we're immediately going into combat.
Okay.
All right. So let me make everyone a little token here. This guy. Yeah. Sorry, this is going to take a little bit because
Big complicated combat.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least, there's
Well,
nobody in here that have a large explosion radius. At
Well,
least that seems.
the only one you've seen was the red robed one who is the hand of Gulmok.
Yeah, that would be disastrous in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Basket Case is just trying to stay out of the way. Because he was in the way so badly last time.
All right.
That was just really bad. Yeah, tactical events, not
Yeah.
anything
I think this
wrong
one
with Basket
actually
Case.
should have been
Yeah.
one of these.
We need your laser swords.
Yeah.
Well, in this particular instance, they might actually be useful.
Well, here's the other thing: is that all of the recruits are going to follow the orders they were given and begin to attack the prisoners. So,
Well, that can't stand.
well, I mean,
No, well, at least that's the goal anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, this is sorry, this is a lot of tokens to do. Ordinarily, if they're all attacking one of you guys, then it's less complicated. I think this guy should have that one not there. Okay, and then almost done with all of these guys. Okay. And then we have the two disciples here. One is going to attack Erasto. Which was that one? It's the Glean. The Glean is going to attack the Glean. And then this one, I think, actually, since Erasto is really the only one who came all the way into the room, is also going to attack him. That Ulrun one. So you got a lot of stuff happening here. So that is phase 1 of this round. So we're now into phase 2. You have a lot of bystanders in harm's way here.
Mm-hmm.
So who's going first?
I think I should go first.
All right.
Do we have to set the entire list
No.
out before we start going?
I think it makes more sense to let you do it as you go.
All right. I am going to pull out my second favorite injector and step over using a move to the closer guy who's planning on planning on hitting me with his fire attack.
Mm-hmm.
And his icon appears to be on 2 different guys.
Yeah, I was just noticing that too. You know what? I'm going to use one of my starting collapse points to make that still work.
Okay.
It was an accident, but I will leave it in place, but use my collapse point to do it.
All right. So I'm going to use my melee skill to try to hit him with the injector and inject him with some sedatives.
Okay. Which attack are you trying to cancel? The one on you or the
I'm actually trying to
damage him?
I'm trying to take him out.
Okay. Lethal or none?
Non-lethal.
Okay, so you managed to press the injection, and because of your special medical knowledge, I certainly will allow in this case that you know what will work on a Glean and what wouldn't, because ordinarily they're immune to toxins and all that. So that's
It's not a toxin; it's an anesthetic.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Immune
All
to
right.
poisons is like there's going to be a
okay.
lot of things they're immune to, right?
Well, right. Okay.
Yeah. What you define as a poison versus a sedative is like what's the so in any case you manage to do 1 health level of damage to them, but they don't go down because this is one of the tougher ones.
Okay.
The blue-robed ones.
I'm going to turn and do the next thing I was planning on doing, which was to spend my Nova point to do an Echo Beam attack against the other bad guy across the way
Okay.
who's targeting me. And that's going to be complexity 3, right?
I believe so. You have I don't have the text of it up.
Yeah, I believe I have to use ranged, actually. Hold on. No, it says make a skill roll. Um, I don't want this to miss, so I'm going to use perception on that to
Okay.
spot the best angle for this attack. Complexity 3. Oh!
Ah,
No advantages either.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So
right, well, that's my turn.
all right. So I think I'm going
You're
to
wasting a noble point.
let's roll a failure prompt here. Something pops loose. Gosh, let's see. I think. How about this? The strap on your little pack that holds all your stuff pops loose, and so your pack kind of falls to the ground, which just means that in order to use anything else from your pack, you're going to have to do an action to pick it up again.
Okay. All right, well, that's my turn because I failed.
All right. So who's next?
If nobody minds, I would like to go next.
All right.
That's fine.
go ahead.
I will scuttle on into here,
Okay.
and my intention is to yell at this guy, to startle him and make him not shoot the hostage.
All right.
I would like to use presence for that, if
Well,
possible.
your newly upgraded presence. Let's see how
My
it goes.
newly upgraded presence.
Yeah.
Yes.
So complexity 2.
Okay. Let's hope.
All right.
There we go.
Success. You know, knowing how much it matters and knowing the sting of the last failure is still on your mind, you nonetheless summon the necessary force of personality to just yell at that guy and start. What do you yell?
Just something incoherent. It's not even words. It's just a startling.
Okay.
Battle cry.
Ah! Well, and here's the thing. Because you're a swarm of bugs, you probably don't have like a yell the way everyone else would have a yell.
Right.
You have some sort of like a alarming cicada chirp or something like that.
Yes. Yes. A loud, very, very disturbing buzz.
Very nice. Okay, yes, it's effective and it cancels his attack.
And then with my second action, I would like to just reach out and grab this one's arms and just hold them to his side so he can't blast the hostage he is aiming at.
Sure. Which skill are you using for that?
I would use power for
All right. So complexity 3.
that. 3.
All right.
Huzzah.
Once again, you are successful. So you manage to knock his flaming. This is a driftling, and you manage to knock his flaming hands away so that he loses his balance and isn't able to target the civilian.
And that will be all of my actions for now.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Who's
All right.
next?
May I go?
Sure.
Sure. I.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can cancel this person's attack real easy. Since there's no one with this orange guy or this trying to
Which
mark
this one?
ping it. That one.
I'm not seeing the ping, but is it the one I'm pinging here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're trying to just take him out?
Yep. By using range.
Okay. Let's see
Yes.
how that goes. Yeah. All right. There we go. That's a successful shot. just you line it up. You're just using your laser pistol or a laser rifle.
Yep, laser rifle.
Sharpshooter, and so you are successful. He does sort of flump against the wall and then start to glow and then burst into a fireball in the way you've seen before, but thankfully no one is in the immediate range, and it does, of course, cancel the attack he was going to make.
Yep. Okay, and moving. Uh, the one. Let's see. Is it gonna? Okay.
If you can get one, like shoot one of the ones on the back row.
Or either the one that's next to me is already down a health level, so taking him out might be a good idea. He's got 2 attacks coming, so it'd be very efficient to remove him.
Okay. I'm gonna go and get the one that's targeting Arasto.
Okay. You're
And
attacking to do damage?
I think disrupt attack.
Okay.
Uh,
So he's doing disrupting attack.
okay,
He's got 2 attacks.
they're both the same difficulty, and if you take him out, you remove 2 attacks rather than just 1.
Oh,
They
well, I
do
guess
have 3 health, though.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the we
All right. In that case, you're right. Disrupt one of his attacks.
okay. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, since I had to leap up onto a table to do it, I think Suave would be.
Yeah, sure. You just got a very cool,
Buckling in yo.
a cool move there.
Yeah.
And it's so just like the smoothness of your moves are so distracting that he is left. He's distracted, and you manage to cancel his attack. The one, are you canceling the attack on Erasto or the attack on the civilian?
The civilian,
All
because that. Hey, yeah,
Yep.
they're
All right.
and trying to think. I think I would like to use decorum to try and create an advantage.
Okay. So
And-
so tell me again. So like I am open to using decorum, but I kind of need to know how it's decorum. What you're doing.
Yeah. And basically, try, tell all the hostages that if you'll stay calm, we are here to take these out and get you out. To follow
Okay.
follow
yeah.
our directions.
Yeah, so just appearing calm and confident in the heat of all this going on, to make them feel better and get that advantages. Yeah, I buy that.
Okay.
So this is your 3rd action, so it'd be a complexity 4.
Yeah. Complexity 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right,
Nice.
you are successful. So that's an advantage for all of you.
Yes. And I will end my turn there.
Okay. Did I explain advantages, James, to you? We didn't end up using them very much last time.
It's a reroll, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can.
primary use.
You can reroll.
Sometimes
There's also some special abilities that call for them. Like you can spend an advantage to do a certain thing, if you have one that
Okay.
says that. But all right,
Right,
so
right.
so that's Nova Utella. We've still got Yandu and Basket Case left to go.
Okay.
Would you like to wade in, Basket Case?
Yeah, I'll try. Let's see. I'm going to take my movement and go here.
Okay.
Actually,
Well,
no, I
so
want to go here.
Remember what your line of sight is. The door is right here.
I know.
Okay.
I want to use melee to cut a hole in the wall with my swords.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
that's clever.
Okay, sure. Sure.
All right.
Yeah. That's fun. I would rule of cool that even if it didn't, even if the combat didn't make that straightforward. All right. So what skill are you using? Oh well, melee.
I'm using
All right,
melee.
yeah, you said that. All right. Yeah. So you just. I want to imagine that you do have a very General Grievous-esque, like this is a motion that a biological creature couldn't do. So it takes a robot type hand. Just like the two swords. Zoom.
Yes.
Like a can opener, and it just falls in.
Yeah. No, that's great. I love that. Okay.
Okay, and then I want to use stealth to get over to here.
Okay. So. Okay, so you're using stealth because it's a second
all of
movement,
everybody.
right?
Yeah, everybody's focused on the door.
Yeah.
So I think that, even though I've just created a loud noise.
Yeah. So I think, basically it's all the chaos and everything to have you not be the center of attention, even though you're obviously doing stuff. And so the reason that you're making this check and you're not getting anything else is because you're doing it to get the second movement, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's see that check. All right, you are successful. You move through.
I love the idea of this gigantic mech with a D12 stealth.
I have an image of this. Basically, best case, cuts a hole and then jumps in, curls into a ball, and just.
Yeah.
A la Samus.
Yeah.
Like Samus. Little ball.
Yeah, and you sort of curl small enough and are silent enough when you do it that even though certainly you would be noticeable if it was an otherwise quiet room, what with all of the blasting going on further down, you are able to not attract that much attention. Okay, now what? You've made your way in.
I want to cancel this guy's attack.
Okay.
What am I going to use?
It's difficulty 4, so use something big.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. I
like the ambiance right now. It's kind of intense. This is a track from Tabletop Audio called Gravity.
Yeah.
Evoking the soundtrack of the movie of the same name.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go for perception because I want to know exactly where I can hit this guy to just distract him but not necessarily take him out.
Yeah, okay.
And this is difficulty 4, correct?
Yes.
Cross your fingers.
Yes! All right, you are successful. You cancel that attack.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
And I will end my turn there.
All right.
Okay.
This combat
So we've
is
still got
so far
this
going
guy-
more successfully than the last one. Yeah.
We still got a lot of attacks going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got-
that guy and that guy.
Yeah, there's still four bystanders at risk currently.
Well, then I guess it's my turn to play play cleanup batter here. Okay, that's fine. Let's just move to here, and I will start by shooting this guy to kill, or
All
try
right.
to.
Let's see it. Complexity
Let's
2.
see it.
All right, successful. Kablam!
Kablam!
Yeah, so that's a Ronan. So the bugs just sort of scatter everywhere. A lot of them are not destroyed, but they are suddenly without any sort of unifying consciousness. And then all of a sudden, the central bit goes, and it goes off like I want to think like it's like a bunch of those little pop snappers, that like.
Like a string of firecrackers.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so that one is destroyed, and so obviously the cancels the attack he was going to make.
Okay, so I am going to try to then turn and shoot that one. Same idea.
All right, so that one is adjacent to a bystander.
Oh wait. Oh yes. Okay. Then let me shoot him just to disrupt his attack.
All right.
Let's not kill by. Let's not have a repeat of last time.
Well, ideally.
Yeah, that would be nice.
All right, so that's a second success. So you disrupt his attack.
Right. Okay. So how many attacks do we have unaccounted for left?
So right now, this guy is under attack from this one, and this one is under attack from this one, and
And then there's two
Erasto
on
still has 2 attacks coming their way.
All right. All right. So which two are attacking?
The 2
which ones
blue-robed
attacking?
ones are both attacking Erasto, and then these two down here, these southernmost
Are attacking
yellow-robed.
the bison.
Yes.
How many health levels do you have, Arasto?
I'm full up and have my shield, so
Okay, that's just okay. Okay, so I'm going to. So I'm going to take a shot. Shot to disrupt this one. Complexity
I'm sorry,
4,
I didn't see the ping. Which one? The
bottom left.
Okay.
bottom left.
Gotcha.
Bottom left. Complexity 4, but we'll give it a shot. Literally. Doo-doo-doo.
Remember that we have an advantage for a reroll.
Yep, you do. So if you choose to use the advantage, you would re-roll 1d10 and see if you get something other than 5, 6, or
Yeah,
8.
I'll use the advantage.
All right.
Okay, re-rolling one of the 6s. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You turn that into a success. So you disrupt. Were you killing him or disrupting the attack?
Disrupting because he's right too close for a boom.
Yeah.
All right, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So, as the enemies begin their continue their attack, most of their attacks canceled, but this one does zap this poor driftling bystander with his fire ray, sending him basically killing him immediately. Just he falls to the ground.
Aw.
Ow.
Everyone, all of the rest of them have their attacks canceled. But then we have just making sure that yeah. Oh, yeah. So these blue-robed ones do 2 damage each.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, then I am out. Between my shield and my health, that is everything.
All right. So that is going to give you a minor condition, also, Erasto. So I think this is probably let's call it a minor condition on your perception.
Okay.
All right.
So noted.
Okay. All right. So that is the end of all of their turns. I think that they're going to, a lot of their attacks have been disrupted. They're clearly under assault, but the recruits are going to basically continue to try to follow their orders. So we got, boy, I'm just trying to see if there's not a simpler way to, you know what? I'm not going to do 1 for 1 in this case. I'm just going to say we know that each of the yellow ones is going to attack one of the bystanders. And so we'll just keep track of how many that is, rather than just going through and clicking all of the icons. Does that sound okay? Or, I mean, if you'd rather see the icons, I could do that too. It just takes time.
Are the bystanders doing anything?
Well, they are basically cowering in fear because they're surrounded and they don't know where to go.
Okay.
So they don't know what to do. They're surrounded. Fire is happening all around them. So they are cowering in fear because remember their hands are tied and they don't really have anywhere obvious to go. So that's what the yellow ones are doing. I think the I think this disciple up here is on the basis of of Basket Case making that stealth roll. I'm actually going to say they're going to attack Yondu. No, they're going to attack Nova Utella instead. Um, just because I think it's kind of fun for them to not have noticed this giant Peacecraft launch themselves across the room. And then Yondu, you're getting this one. The glean. All right, so that's what they're currently wanting to do. Although, bear in mind, like I said, or I guess like remember that just because combat has started does not necessarily prevent you from at some point deciding that you're going to try to approach this another way. But I'm not trying to say that's what you're supposed to do or should do. I'm just letting you know that, like, it's you have options. But so that's what's happening is that you have many more of these. You're going to have six bystanders at risk this round, plus attacks coming towards Nova Utella and Yondu. And these pack more of an oomph, and you've got Erasto unconscious. So.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, I am going to move to here.
Okay.
And I am going to use Skullduggery to attack this guy.
Okay.
And I am attacking to injure.
All right.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
Oh,
Yeah. I think that it seemed well. So let's roll a failure prompt to see what it suggests. Here, something is
no.
destroyed. I think as you go in to start to do your skullduggery attack, you realize that one of your laser swords must have taken damage while you were cutting through the wall, and it flickers out just as you were about to attack with it.
Oh, crap.
No.
Yeah. I'll sheath it and go double-handed for next time.
All right. So, who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I will scuttle down here,
All right.
Whoa.
and the plan is to grab this one here and throw him up against the wall there
Okay.
for damage.
For damage. All right.
Yes.
Let's
I
see
will be
it.
using power.
Power. There you go. You hoist this glean, and using your coordinated action and structures for your many bugs, you hurl this glean at the wall, and they hit it with their face. Boom.
Boom.
Take a point of damage. So they're not down, but they have definitely taken another point of damage.
Okay. And then I wanna try that horrible bug screeching at this one to disrupt his attack.
Okay.
Let's see. Horrible bug screeching it is. Hold on. Complexity 3. No!
Oh no!
He is not impressed with my horrible bug screeching.
No. He looks like he is more scared of the screeching from the blue-robed cultists.
I mean, that's legit.
Yeah. So let's see. I like these failure prompts. We're getting good ones this time. You hurt an ally. Oh no.
Oh, no.
So gosh. Hurt an ally. I'm just trying to think. Like I don't. You know what? I'm gonna.
I hurt one emotionally. They just
Well-
didn't like all the screaming.
Yeah. Okay. So, how about this? I think that Nova Utala is so startled by the screech and the fact that you just zoomed your swarm right through between her legs. That
Sure.
Nova Utala, you're going to briefly take a minor condition on your suave because you got startled.
I already have a minor condition on
Oh.
perception.
Okay. Gosh. Do I want to give you a moderate condition? Yes. So moderate condition.
That
Yeah,
was a
moderate
hard
condition
choice there.
on your social.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bye.
Yeah. All right. So this round not going quite as well.
No, it's not.
No. Okay. Nova, Itala, Yandu, you both have your turns. Erasto could still act this round if one of you can get him back up, but
Okay. You want to go first, David? Or shall I?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
This is going to be a blow.
I would like to whip out a quick bandage and see if I can use medicine to get Erasto back up.
all right. And remember, you don't necessarily need to use the medicine skill.
Well, I can't really think of a logic for other.
Okay. I mean, it's fine to use medicine. I'm just saying you're not limited.
Or actually, melee to hit it on him accurately.
Yeah. Well, certainly, like knowing which wounds seem to be the most.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sure. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, so you apply the quick bandage. It restores 1 health level to you, Rasto.
And I got a Nova point.
Oh, well, there you
Yeah.
Okay.
go. All right.
And if I wanted to move down there, would I be able to do that with my regular movement?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're sort of
Okay.
agile enough that you're sort of pushing past people. Excuse me. Ran out of breath in that
Okay.
sentence.
And then I'd like to, use use athletics to move this person, the person I'm right next to, the civilian,
Mm-hmm.
up one.
Okay. Just
Yeah, get them out of-
on top of the burned one.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
gonna be pleasant
I
for
mean,
them, but
it's to save their life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the goal there is you're disrupting an attack that would have been on them. Is that the
well,
idea?
more getting them out of danger where so can do more attacks.
Okay. I see. You know what? I will allow, though, to have it mechanically disrupt an attack that would have been on them. So you can
Okay.
essentially get both effects from that. Yeah. So, yeah, he would have been in line for an attack, and you can move him, which simultaneously has him in a more advantageous position, but also cancel the attack that would have been on him.
Okay.
Actually, I take it back because they would have still been able to hit him. But you can definitely use your action to do that. All right, so you were successful. You managed to shift the Glean back to where he'll be more protected, out of range for cultist fireballs.
Yeah. And
I'll give you an advantage point for that too. I feel like it should have something more than just the moving of the square. You have one advantage point now.
cool. I'm going to use ranged to get the to go after the yellow hooded one that's not adjacent to me.
This one?
Yes.
All right. Let's see it. All right, success.
Woo.
All right.
Okay.
So, is that it? You're gonna.
That is my turn.
All right. Do remember that the math of how hard it is to do a complexity 5 is a little different when you have advantages, but just
Well,
putting
I
that
figure
out there. Sure.
I don't have to use advantages, so
Sure. All right. So Erasto, your turn. I believe that we've certainly killed one of the yellow robed cultists, but I don't think we canceled the attacks of any of those. Right? We canceled the attack of one of the blue robed ones, but not the.
Yeah. Damn. All right. Well, I need to pick up my stuff. That's absolutely a first thing I have to do. So,
You're kind of already on the floor with it. Makes sense.
yeah. I shake my head, wave my tentacles around a little bit, and say, because I care so much about these people, I'm going to use my empathy score to scoop up my gear and put it back on.
All right, sure.
Oh!
You do have an advantage.
Apparently.
Yeah.
what?
All right,
Well,
I got to
it's-
use that advantage for
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. I get the dice out. I need a D6, and that's a 2. Oh!
Oh no!
What?
Yeah. Okay.
What was the deal?
Yeah, that's some bad luck. I think I'll just take another collapse point for that.
Oh.
So
And we lose the advantage point.
yeah.
And release the advantage point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord.
Goodness.
Okay, now.
All
what do
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I have two. So I have attack coming on me from this blue cultist, and we have how many cultists that are still
Lots.
attacking?
5.
5 are attacking people. Great.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Noviutella, you've got 2 damage, 2 health levels damage coming to you from this blue robed one up here.
okay.
Right. If you
Well,
Wait! I didn't go this round.
didn't you? Oh, did I skip you for some reason? I thought you went already. Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
That was my fault.
No, because I was thinking. I was trying to figure out what can I do.
Okay,
and,
yeah. So that's my fault. I did move you down without. Yeah. Okay, that's on me. So yes, it's your turn. In fact, I'll give you guys an advantage point again because I almost forgot. I did
Okay.
forget. So
Okay, so I have attack coming to you for the blue head cultists, and we have plenty of other cultists being attacky. Okay,
Yeah.
so
wait, no. So I don't think. Oh, yeah, you do. Never mind. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because the attack on the blue robed ones was to do damage and not.
with the wound, right?
Yeah.
Right. Just so I know. Okay, so let's straight up. I'll try to. So this one here. Oh, okay. This one here, I will shoot to kill.
All right.
Try to shoot to kill.
All right. You were successful. It erupts into a fiery death.
This one here, Ooh, no. Because
How
if it-
about this one?
Yeah, thank you. I will shoot
Yeah.
at that one.
Okay.
Same bit, higher complexity.
All right. Once again, successful. That one erupts into a fiery fireball. Basket case is adjacent, so that's 1 health point level to you, basket case. No bystanders
to
in the
a-
range, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
That's-
pressing my luck, I will try to disrupt this one. Disrupt,
Okay.
not shoot, kill.
All right.
So I'm up to 4. Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, got to do it.
Okay, that's a fail, but you do have 1 advantage that I gave you for almost.
All right,
skipping it.
do I use it, guys? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. Rolling one of the 8s. Big bucks, no whammies. Yes.
All right, that turns that into a success, so it does cancel his attack.
Okay. Okay, so that's where I will stop at 4.
Okay, so that ends the round. So it means that this cultist had his attack canceled, but these two did not. So so I think that we unfortunately have 2 more of the bystanders go down. And then Novitella, now you're taking the 2 health levels of damage from the blue-robed one here, and
Yeah.
and Yondu, you get it from this one. I think
Yeah.
that this one probably moves. No, I think that's just how it goes. It's just right there. They don't have to move. All right. So that is the end of the phase 3 there. So this time, I think, you know what? Here I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into how these cultists are acting as I describe the phase 1 here. You're starting to realize they don't seem worried about getting off the station. When you initially came in, they were a little bit like shaken because like this didn't seem like it was originally the plan. But I think you can all kind of intuit here that they seem like, they believe that Gulmak will take care of them and that they're going to continue to do what they're told. And they're fanatical about this. They don't seem to be having much in the way of self-preservation here. But that's not to say that they couldn't necessarily be reasoned with, only that their own lives are not what they are worried about.
Okay.
So that's kind of what you think you see in their body language, but they continue to do what they were, which is that we've got 3 of these yellow robes trying to attack bystanders, and once again we have let's see, I think this blue-robed one is going for you, Nova Itala, because you're right there. No, let's say this one's going towards Urzaz to just, spread it around a little bit. And I think this one up here has noticed you now, basket case.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you bonked them in the side of the head with a deactivated laser sword. So, like,
Yeah.
they kind of donk. What? Yeah.
All right. So I have an idea.
All right.
And I made another entrance, but I also made another exit.
Hmm?
So what I would like to do is roll empathy to say everybody it is. Hold on. I want to. All right. So first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to stay right where I am. I want to pick this guy up
Okay.
and move him over here.
All right. Are you trying? What are you trying to accomplish? Anything other than reposition him?
No.
Okay.
I'll deal with him later.
Okay.
But I'm going to use athletics to move him to the other side and free an escape route here through
Yeah.
the door that I created
Sure.
for the hostages to escape.
Okay. I will give you the option if you're moving that guy to like slam him against the wall.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
and just disrupt his attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to use athletics for that.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Alright, successful. Boom, boom. Knock him over there, and you know what? I didn't change everybody's tokens, so hang on. Let me do that now. So Urzaz has the orange glean, and you were gonna have. Well, you just disrupted his attack, so it's moved now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You need to
Okay.
remove one too. You got the orange guy's icon in two different places.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so you have done that. And I'll also just confirm that at least the bystanders, what their current sort of state is that they're too scared to take action of any kind unless influenced by something else. So
Okay. So
they will
that's
move in phase 3 if they're given some thing to do.
okay. So what I want to do is roll empathy to say, everybody out this way into the hall
Okay.
while we deal with the rest of these guys.
All right. I will even let them move before the enemies move. They don't move
Okay.
right now, but they'll move on phase 3, but they move before the enemies attack.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, well, if you succeed, let's see the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
I have no advantage point.
Do I-
Yeah.
Do
Technically,
we have
no.
a-
That one was.
wait. I thought you'd give us back an advantage point. There's one
But
on-
I used it.
I did, but but
Oh.
Yondu used it. Sorry.
Ah,
Yeah.
Dang it.
well,
yeah.
you used a D6 skill and a 3 complexity. That's to be
Well,
expected.
An
Oh,
old
no, not
wound
again.
reopens. Let's see. What is that?
That wrist thing that
Keeps opening up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same damn wrist thing.
All right. So that's yeah. Is that another
So-
health level? I mean, you've canceled the attack on you. So
yeah, but that is another health level that I've taken.
All right. Yeah.
But that is my idea, guys. Maybe you guys can influence them to run.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
I think you're about to yell for that, but then you're distracted by the wound reopening, and so you're not able to really be clear in a way that the terrified, panicking bystanders are able to follow.
Right.
All right.
Can I go next?
Sure.
Okay. Seeing what Basket Cave was going to do, I'm going to use presence to try to cajole and lead by example and point the hostages to get out the hole that my friend has conveniently created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
probably should have used presence instead of empathy too.
Oh well, you know. That's the nature of the. Oh no!
Oh my God!
God.
That was unlikely.
These
Yeah.
hostages just don't want to leave. They've got like Stockholm
Lord.
syndrome or
Yeah.
something.
Well,
Wow.
I think that they are just they're just utterly terrified. They're not really able to process complicated information right now.
I mean, my best skill.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Well,
Okay,
you know,
so-
like it happens
so
sometimes.
Ah,
So
Uh-oh.
let's see. Something goes haywire. I think the regular door shorts and closes.
Oh!
So
Oh.
now, yeah, and it seems to be like like buzzing, so like it looks like it won't just reopen. Like it could be opened again, but not without an action.
And since I was the one who opened it, that's kind of like, yeah, insult on top of injury.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Next.
All right.
All right, we got Erasto, Nova, Utala, and Urzaz still with attacks this round.
Okay. I'd like to go.
Okay, you go ahead. Yes.
All right. I want to use deceive. I'm going to point in 4 different directions with my tentacles and say, what was the name of the god again?
Gulmak.
Go on.
Gulmak. Oh my Gulmak! What's that? And
Oh god.
So I think this is probably advantage.
Oh!
Wow!
No!
Boy, you guys are having a
is-
rough time
Wow.
right now.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, Roll20 hates us.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is.
Oh my god.
You guys.
I think we
boy.
should get an advantage point for 3 fails in a row.
So,
Yeah.
so everyone else have new characters they can think of for next week?
Yeah, we'll have to work on that.
Yeah. Boy, that's some rough going. Let's see another fail prompt. You believe a lie. Gosh.
You actually
You know what?
believe there's something over there.
I think that Nobilis, tell me how you feel about this. I feel like you're about to do that, and then you hear a whisper in your head that says, "The burn will welcome you."
I think that is
Now-
a reasonable thing to have happening in this circumstance. And
Yeah.
Erasto stretches out his tentacles to say what's that, and just a look of abject horror comes over his reliquary, and he just freezes.
Yeah. So I'm not going to literally say that now you're a convert or something like that, but I
No,
think
yeah.
that like you hear something and there's just enough of a, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
My Gulak, really?
I feel like I've been able to do nothing, zero, this entire encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what to tell you guys. The dice
Yeah.
definitely seem against
I mean,
you.
I was
right
trying
now.
to get some advantages on the board to help that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I was on board with that, but I can't force the dice. Okay, so that's Erasto.
Who's next?
We've got Urzaz and Nova Utala.
Can I go?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
Break the curse.
Okay.
Break it.
Not that I'm jinxing you or anything.
Okay. Nova Utala has 2 cultists right in front of her. One is weak in general. The other is injured.
Yeah. Now you
So-
can back away you can move first so that you wouldn't be adjacent to them if that's what you want to do.
Well, I'm thinking going bonk on their heads.
Okay, like you want to like non-lethal.
Yeah, non-lethally.
Okay, yeah.
Take him out.
All right.
So, gonna go after the blue one first.
All right.
Use melee. Melee for that.
Yeah, that's the most straightforward one for sure. All right.
Okay.
Everyone breathes a sigh of relief, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that one is knocked out against the wall. Boom, boom. It slumps down against the wall and does not blow up.
Then athletics to just go for the other one.
All right. All right. That's another success. I'm going to go ahead and use the X's, but we know that those two are just non-lethally knocked out.
Knocked out,
You
yeah.
know, this is CQC, close quarters combat.
Okay, and
I think in the fiction, can we have them just reach out and whack their heads together?
Uh, that works for me. How do you feel about that, Nobody
that
Grab them
actually,
both by the cloaks and.
wait, did I not do a difficulty 3 on the athletics?
Oh, you know what? It looks like it's not 3, so let's try that
Yeah.
roll again.
Just
unfortunately.
roll another die. Just
Oh
roll
yeah,
another
yeah.
die.
Roll one more d8, and if it's not a 1 or a 6, then you're good.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh no.
Yeah.
The curse continues.
Well, that one wasn't the complexity 2 at least. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that basically you get too close to his fiery hands. That and I think that's what happens. You don't go out for a 1 health level, do you? It wouldn't take you down, does it?
Yeah, I have 1 health left.
Oh, well, you know what? Gosh, what conditions do you have already?
I have a minor condition on perception and moderate
Oh, right,
on
yeah.
social.
Whew, boy, this is rough for already. You know what? Let's roll the prompt, because I don't want to take you unconscious for, because, you know what? Your defenses drop. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Because I want to reward your honesty for checking and that you didn't roll the right complexity, I'm going to say no extra consequence this time.
Okay.
So because I think that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't. I selected 3, so I don't know why it didn't roll 3.
Accident. Who knows?
Yeah.
In any event, yeah. So Urzaz, you're last up.
Okay.
Can you help turn around this disastrous round of combat?
I-
It's all on you. It's all up to you now.
no pressure.
Well, at least the attack on you has been canceled.
Well, yeah. So the two disciples rather, the blue-robed ones, have one is out unconscious and the other one has had their attack canceled already. But you do have 3 of the yellow-robed ones still planning to attack bystanders.
Okay. So the plan is, and tell me if this makes sense at all.
Okay.
I would like to scuttle right there because I can remain in hexes with other people.
Uh-huh.
And then I want to use my mighty insectile might to push the table to my south to slam it into this one to disrupt their attack.
I like that. Okay.
Okay. Cool. And I will use my mighty insect might. Or I will try to at least.
Might.
Duck Nova.
MIT, right?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. It's might. M-I-T-E. M-I-G-H-T.
Yes.
Might be.
Yes. All right.
So
All right,
disrupted that attack.
Yes.
And then I would like to try to use
I mean, if you're able to cancel 2 more attacks, then you've canceled. Then basically all the attacks this round are canceled.
yeah, that'll be real easy doing 3 attacks. Yeah, that's gonna happen. So I know it's this one who's still attacking, and
this one over here, yeah.
Okay. Whew. Let's see. Can I? Just looking over what I can do right now. Just to disrupt the attack. Can I, using my perception just to figure out like the absolute best way to chuck it, take the camera off my head and fling it at this one to disrupt his attack?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Let's see.
You know, everyone's moving around. You're waiting for the perfect moment to just.
And it works.
Fast shutter special.
Yes.
All right, yeah. So you bonk that Eno in the head with your camera, and it disrupts his attack.
Okay.
James, was that an F stop?
Yes. Gosh. What do I got left in my bag of tricks here? I am just going to try to do the insectile scream at this one in order to catch him off guard so that it disrupts his attack.
I like the idea, especially since this is a recurring thing, of it really being almost like one of those directed sound weapons. It's not just making a loud noise. It's like,
Right. Sure.
you know, the what do they
Sure.
call it?
That's
Like
a-
it's like phasic sound or something like that, where it's like just a very narrow, targeted.
Yes. Okay, let's give it a try.
We'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah. All right.
It was bound to fail eventually.
You got up to complexity 4 that time before a fail, though.
My stuff
your
gets
stuff,
stuck.
your stuff gets stuck. So, gosh.
Can I pitch an idea?
Sure.
The bystander that I'm on, I've like gotten fully entangled in him.
Right. Like he's starting to squirm around enough that it's interfering with your ability to structure yourself the way you wanted. All right. So I think what that means is that your next round, you're going to have one action to try to move
Sure.
away from him.
Sure, sounds good.
I'll say it's going to be an action to move away from him, but you don't necessarily need to take that action unless you're moving away from him.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. You're just kind of all over him, and it's complicating
Yeah.
your deal.
Sir,
okay.
sir, please stop screaming. I
Yeah.
am just a mass of colony-minded insect. Please stop screaming, please.
Yeah. All right. So, alas, the only attack remaining that wasn't canceled was just this guy right here. But alas, Driftling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the only remaining thing. So I think yeah, it's just kind of the same deal. They're basically they're following what they believe is the will of their god, which is essentially those who resist the voice of Gulmak must burn. Those who hear the voice of Gulmak are enlightened and will be saved. So that's what they think. So they're acting accordingly. So I think our remaining yellow robed ones still targeting the prisoners. This guy's unconscious. This one, I think the straightforward attack is against Basket Case there. And this time, I think that we are going to get at least these two up here seeing a clear path, and they're going to try to run through the hole. Because there's enough of the enemies have been cleared out from up there. They see it open. But I think the other ones down here are still kind of too scared. Like these would have to like run past burned ones and, between these ones that are aiming fire hands at them. All right. Who's going first this time?
If I may.
Sure.
Okay. The one that has had the table shoved into it, I'm gonna try and do it again. Bonk on the head.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
At
So
this
that
point,
one.
every success is a
Yeah.
sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Okay. And then gonna let's see.
The one on the yellow robe on the right is not next to anybody alive.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Season.
Yeah. You can actually like move a little bit. Still have your movement.
Yeah, gonna
Yeah, if
Go.
you want to get, yeah.
over there,
Mm-hmm.
and then shoot at that guy,
Mm-hmm.
because nobody's in danger. So ranged, pew pew.
Pew pew. Come on, pew pew. Pew pew.
All
Yay!
right.
Hey.
So
Okay.
you are successful there. You were trying to kill that one, I assume.
Yeah.
He blows up.
Okay, and
Only two left. We got this one here and this one here,
Yeah.
but they're both
Yeah.
adjacent to allies at the moment. You could,
Yeah.
if you wanted to
Go ahead,
take
fight.
another.
Or you could like stand pat and not fail at the next thing.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
could go for advantages, or so they're, yeah. Or you can just you. I mean, however you want to.
I'm gonna try and disrupt the attack against Basket Case.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You're successful.
Yay!
And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Or-
That's a successful turn for sure. All right. Who's next?
Basket Case, if you get out of the way, I can get a Nova point this turn and take that guy out in one round if I can roll some dice good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I will.
Like move out of the way and shepherd people out the door. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe do something to get the other people moving.
All right. So I'll move over to here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use presence to try and this way.
Okay. Go through this hole if you want to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Run between my legs.
You know, it's like the airline, the stewardesses, and then the stewards on the airlines this way. Okay.
Or the people on the runway with the glowing sticks.
Yeah. Although I only have one glowing stick right now.
now.
Eh.
You think you can fix it, but all right.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's a success. So I think that you know that when they get a chance to move, you believe that all of the remaining bystanders will try to go through that door.
Okay.
Not all of them will get out of it the first time, this first turn though, because they can only move 5 squares.
Okay. Can I use perception to try and create an advantage by looking out into the hall and making sure that it's still clear?
Yeah. Well, we'll see if you can.
Oh,
Apparently not.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Wow, the dice hit us.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might be, yeah, like, certainly some of these, I think, are sort of innate intuition about how likely some of these are is maybe not as...
Well, see, no, it's that was a D12, so it wouldn't have it wasn't a high likelihood of failing.
No, yeah,
No.
I'm just saying in terms of, yeah. All right, so in any case, though, unfortunately, okay. All right. So this is technically, I'm going to just have it happen here a little bit earlier than it would have been, and that's the consequence. Which is that as you're leaning out into the hallway, you do see that it is clear, but you also get a little chirp on your communicator from Mew saying, it would seem that there are some robed individuals trying to board the ship.
Oh no.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. So that's Basket Case's
Never
turn.
rains but pours.
Hey, Hondu, you can do it. You can do a bonk.
Right.
Can I do a what?
A bonk.
bonk
Yeah, so
on the
like
head of the.
yeah, if you want to say like non-lethal, you're trying to knock them out rather than kill them.
Yeah.
They won't blow up.
Oh, you want-
Either that or step back and shoot him.
Yeah.
that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
If I'm going
That works
next,
too.
yeah, and I think I am. So I'm going to step back and just shoot to kill. Or try to anyway. Let's give it a shot.
Ha.
All right.
Bam. Dead. All right. All right. So we have one cultist alive. That one?
Yeah, the one in the corner.
Right.
That's the last one.
I believe he's not injured.
That's correct. He was only attacked so far to disrupt his attacks.
I will try to injure him then.
All right.
Shot.
Oh dear.
What? No. What? No.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think roll 20 is broken.
Good thing turns bad. Oh dear.
Gosh, let's see. What might that be? How about one of these cultist guys down here wasn't as unconscious as you hoped.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Surprise!
Right. So he is actually back at 1, not unconscious. Still doesn't have an attack this round. Just no longer out of the fight.
Next.
All right.
All right.
With
I would like to take my turn so that if things go horribly wrong, it's not right at the end of things.
All right.
All right. I still haven't scooped up my stuff. But if I use the stuff without picking it up, can I use my stuff without picking up, or do I need to pick it up first?
Well, what would you be wanting to use? I'll say that you still had like one of the hypo
grab-
sprays in your hand, or your.
Yeah, I was going to grab a bandage for myself.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you do that. Yeah.
All right.
Without reaffixing your pack.
Yeah. So I scoop out a hypo and
Yeah. I'll say you can grab stuff from it, but if you
While
want
I'm
to
in the square.
move with it, you'll
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So rolling medicine, pass.
All right.
Okay, nice. I passed the easiest possible roll that I could have made.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You did it.
I will leave my stuff behind, cross over to here in order to get a clear shot. And now that I have another Nova point, use my Echo Beam one more time, shooting at the guy across, getting at the guy who's conveniently all by his lonesome in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to actually use my medicine skill again, and this time peering through my special goggles. I kind of see which kind of guy is
That
he?
one's an Ulron. So
An Ulron?
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of see the individual neural interactions between his little bugs and
no,
find
so
the.
the bugs are Rornan. Ulron are the crystalline ones like Yondu is.
Oh, okay. So my medical scanner gives me a weak point, and I fire my my Echo Beam at him.
Mm-hmm.
Complexity 3.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And it does
Finally.
3 damage, right?
It does 3 damage. Yes.
Yeah. So I think in keeping with the way we had it work once before, it does not produce a fiery explosion, but rather you just see that sort of reverse silhouette on the wall behind him.
Yes.
Where it's like only his shadow remains on the wall.
The thing says the target gains a significant negative condition.
Which would apply if it was not annihilated from the 3D.
Okay. I can't get an advantage point out of that?
Yeah, I'll allow that, sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. I'm feeling generous given how many supposedly easy failures you've had this time. Yeah.
And I'll end my turn because I don't want to push my luck.
All right. So that means Urzaz, it is your turn remaining. There are no currently active attacks happening, but you do maybe notice that the one of the cultists that you thought was unconscious is getting back up.
Okay. With a slurp, I get over there. I remove myself from that horrified bystander.
Yeah.
Didn't
so
that make an action?
yeah, we were going to say yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So let's.
Cost an action, and then I am going to
You know what?
try.
I think we were going to say it was a check. That's kind of what I meant. But
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay, I can do that. I will do an athletics check
Sure.
to get off of him.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. Well. So that's a fail, but you do have an advantage that Erasto just.
Yeah, you know what?
talked
You know
me
what?
into.
Let's give it a try.
Well, if it lets you keep
Well,
going.
no. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. That's why I got the advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. So it turns
Success.
that into a success. You're able to extract yourself from the all-run bystander.
And that gets me a Nova point.
Ooh, there you go.
Nice. Mark that. No. There we go. And then I want to just bonk this guy back into unconsciousness.
All right.
Using my power.
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 Show me the power.
Nope.
Bug power. No.
Ah,
Bug power. No.
Bug power, no.
Roll 20, no.
Ah,
All right. An ally and you crash into each other. Yeah. So maybe what we maybe the way we we can spin that is like once you extract yourself, you were sort of distracted enough by that you actually kind of turn the wrong way
Sure.
and bump
sure,
into Yondu there.
Sure.
All
That's
right.
fine.
So I'll say that it takes a skill check from one or the other of you to separate.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be either one of you specifically. Okay, so it's phase 3 now. This cultist doesn't have an attack this round, but the others are running. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So the bystanders are attempting to flee now. It is phase 1 again, and the only one right here is this one, who I think stands up, and just looks at all of you and just says, "You'll be meeting Gulmak soon." And is planning to not like fire the fire ray, but like walking towards you with the fiery hands. That's what they're going to do. Specifically towards where Urzaz and Yondu are. All right. So, one more round. See if we can get it out.
if I may,
Yeah?
go pew pew on that one.
Pew
on
pew.
the one remaining enemy.
Yeah?
Ranged. Complexity 2. Hopefully.
All
Okay.
Yay!
Yes, he erupts into a fiery blast and is destroyed.
And say, not if you meet him first.
I think as he's blowing up, he's saying, "Well, logically, that doesn't actually work." Blah!
It's a witty one-liner. Logic has nothing to do with it.
All right, so here's the thing. You are no longer in combat initiative. However, basket case, Mew has continued to give you an update that essentially he currently has the ship's airlock sealed, but they are attempting to cut through it, and he doesn't think it'll take much longer.
Okay. So
Okay.
we need to run back as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Or get Mew to move to the smaller airlock and meet him there.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what I'm going to tell Mew to do is like, all right, just
Okay.
leave that airlock, come around to the smaller one, and we'll meet you here.
Says, I can do that now. The airlock will require a minor repair before it is functional.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So hang on, let me just move the tokens to that spot on the map where they were going to be.
Okay. And I have the ability, the special ability healing implant, which gives me a health level at the end of combat. So
Okay.
I gain one there.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, yeah. That's a really smart idea, by the way, to have the ship just move, because like that is going to save you guys a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
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 Out of the box thinking.
Yeah.
I come up with good ideas occasionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to hurry to the other airlock there.
Okay. Here's a question: what are you doing with the bystanders here that appear to be dead?
I don't think we have time.
Can we double check and make sure that they are in fact dead? Just take a real quick pulse point.
Okay.
Double
Yeah.
check.
Sure.
How
Let's do that.
about this? I will say we'll do this a little bit unconventionally, okay? So if you do a medicine check complexity 3 for me, you can do one of those on each one, and all the successes represent someone who could be saved. They will still need treatment, but they're not dead. All right, so that's 1, 2.
Oh,
2 of 3.
And one is a
Well,
cinder.
there's actually I think there was wasn't there another one? I thought that
No.
no, I thought that I had moved one on top of another. Yeah, there were 4.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So
And one more.
all right.
Okay.
So 3 of the 4 of these you think in fact, I'm pretty sure this is the one that can't be saved because they were the one that had a secondary explosion go over them.
Yeah.
Makes sense that would be the one. But so are you going to carry the others with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, if we can.
We will put them on top of the tables and carry them on top of the
Yeah.
Okay.
as
Yeah.
makeshift stretchers.
All right. So are you doing anything other than heading straight for that airlock?
If the rest of the party will be kind of moving along with the tables, I will try to treat them as we go.
Okay.
And
All right. So just go ahead and move them up. Move all the tokens up there. All right. I'm going to say that all of you, as you're making your way through, as you pass this door right there, you do hear a bit of a thump, thump.
Oh, great.
But nothing else happens. You just hear that.
all right.
Okay.
While we're on our way out, I'm going to give basket case my laser sword.
Oh, thank you.
Looks like yours had a little short circuit in it. I figure this might be helpful for you.
Thank you.
You think that probably a complexity 2 engineering or similar check could probably fix the broken one?
Yeah, but
certainly-
we don't really have time right now,
Yeah,
so I'll return it when I fix mine.
All right.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you.
So we need somebody to work on fixing the airlock. We want people to be keeping an eye out for folks trying to attack us because they probably will. And I'm going to be treating the wounded among the captives.
Who's our
Okay,
best engineer?
I have an engineer 10.
That you're better than I am, so I think this is yours.
Yeah. So you make your way in here. You hear outside the sound of Mew connecting with this airlock, and then as the outer door for the station airlock opens, you see Mew's door that has like a big sort of like welding torch like cut along part of the door. You also see that there's still a hand attached to a welding torch stuck on part of it.
Whoa.
So I'll pat the outside and say, "Good job, buddy."
It seemed important.
Yes, I agree.
As mentioned, the breach will need to be repaired before the airlock can maintain pressure.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and get started on that.
Yeah, this is just going to be a complexity 2.
Okay. Cross your fingers. This is a 10 for 2. Yay!
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah. All right, so you are successful. And here's the thing. A couple of things happen all at once when the door opens. As soon as you've maintained like the connection to the inside there, you see, first of all, you're reminded that there's already 40 other people in there
Yes.
already. So it's crowded in there.
Yeah.
But also, basket case, what you see is that as the door opens and you're looking around at the crowd and everyone the people you've got with you are starting to look like, oh God, is there even room for us to go in there? There is. It's just everyone's standing around. But all of a sudden, a little pink puffball zips along between your feet and disappears into a ventilation shaft.
Oh no! No! Not George! Oh no!
oh no.
And all of a sudden, inside Mew, klaxons start going. And Mew says, "Basket case, you must rescue George."
I'll get on that. I'll get on that right now.
I estimate you have 20 minutes before the burn will consume the space station.
All right, everybody on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Get George.
Some people help herd people on.
The small pink thing, would that be George?
That's
Yes, that is George.
Ah, very well. And Urzaz just stuffs himself into whatever ventilation shaft the small pink thing went through.
All right.
All right. Basket case will warn Urzaz. George appears to be highly venomous, so please be careful.
Oh dear.
Incidentally, all of you now hear another explosion of the type that you've had before, but this one appears to be there's a much stronger tremor throughout the station, and also, emergency lights, the power briefly fails and emergency lights switch on here in the station.
What is he up to?
Would we happen to be able to talk to Seal of Axon through comms?
You can. I mean, sure. You can try and hail. You can see if he answers.
Yeah. Hi. Nobody told will try and do that.
All right.
It's nobody told to Seal of Axon.
Like, I told y'all to stay out of my way. If you can get those hostages free, I'll take care of these fellas.
We are still on the station. Whatever you're doing is likely to kill us all.
Well, what the hell are you taking so long for? Get the hell out of here. Do I have to do everything?
We're working on it. Nobody told out.
All right. So, Urzaz,
Right.
you are following George through the ventilation shaft. Make a complexity 2 skill roll to follow
Okay.
him.
How about perception? How does that
Yeah,
sound?
straightforward.
Okay. There we
All
go.
right, yeah. So you discover he hasn't gone far, but he has dropped into this barracks room through one of the vents there.
Oh no.
Um, so you know which room he has gone into, but you also
Okay.
know that that is the room that has this strange creature in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Urzaz will slip back out into the airlock room here and inform the rest of the people. It seems your friend has dropped into the room where the loud bellowing monster is. Perhaps they are friends?
Don't expect so, but thank you very much. I'm
Oh, of
going to go
course.
get George.
He needs a keeper. I'm following.
All right.
Okay. I am not following.
Okay.
I'm going on to the Mew,
Okay.
and saying, "I'll go make sure that everyone among our rescuees are in good shape." And so I'm going to head into the ship for that.
All right. So
Um,
there's a little bit of negotiating with the airlock doors just because they can't both be open at the same time. But which way
Right.
are you going, Nova Utala?
I think going on to Mew because
Okay.
that.
All right.
Okay. I have a reason why I'm doing it. Why are you doing it?
Well, going on, but like keeping watch at the airlock because they're in case anybody else tries to come on
Okay.
Okay.
because now that one route of escape is gone, they're gonna go for others. I'm sure.
All right.
All right.
So-
So is this the door?
Yes. There's
To that-
there are 2 doors to this room. There's one further down, but you are
Okay.
at one of them.
Okay. So I am going to open the door and kind of duck my head inside and see if I can find George.
All right. Go ahead and make a complexity 3 check
All right.
that you think would be would make
I'm
sense.
gonna-
Like perception would be the obvious one, but
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use perception.
okay. All right.
Okay. And you said complexity 3, correct?
Because you're looking for a tiny little thing in a big room.
Yay!
All right. So as you peek into the room, you do see your little pink puffball friend George down there. He seems to be hidden just around a corner, and he's shaking. He looks scared.
Okay.
You also see a great big monster as big as you that's lumbering forward, kind of like, well, here, let me, I believe I've got a handout for this particular creature. I think it's actually just
Formidable animal.
just a big version of this thing. I think that you actually know that this particular critter is something known as a Valame. Let's see. Yeah. So I think what you know about it is just that it's pretty tough. I mean, you could tell that just by looking at it. It's
Yeah.
pretty tough. And I think that you see it as you see that it sees you.
Okay.
So if you want to try to tell more about it or something, you're going to need another check.
Okay. Well, no, not really, because my plan is to run down, grab George, and then exit out the bottom door.
Okay, you're going to need to so you're going to have 5 squares of movement, and you're going to need checks for any additional movement and to scoop up George because he looks scared. So we'll treat this is like combat, so your adrenaline effect is in play.
Okay, so I can get down to here
Is the
with
monster
my
taking
movement.
an action? Is the monster taking an action?
Yes. At present, it looks like it's going to charge at Basket Case.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell the guys it's like there's a thing in there. It's really really big. I'm just going to try and snatch up George and circle back around.
Okay,
Um,
I'll help. I'll
so
distract the thing.
okay, just don't take any risks.
Oh,
So I'm going to get down to here.
Okay. And then
Okay.
we need a check to try to because George looks very scared. You get the impression the scared is maybe not even of this big animal, but something made him run out, right? And
Right.
the shaft. So he looks very afraid. So you
Okay.
need something to convince him to not run away from you.
Okay, so I'm going to use empathy to try and connect with him on an emotional level,
Okay.
and just like kind of kneel down and open up the compartment, open up my pilot's. I can't cockpit. That's what the word I'm looking for. Cockpit.
Okay.
Cockpit. And just kind of reach out to him and make come hither motions, etc. To try and get him to come close enough that I can snatch, or at least calm down enough that I can grab him.
All right. So are you saying anything, making any noises?
I was like,
or-
I just it's like, it'll be okay. I'm just gonna pick you up and put you in my chassis, and then we're gonna go back to the ship, and you don't have to come out again until unless you want to.
All right. So let's see how it goes.
All right. So, what complexity level? 2?
Well, yeah, adrenaline effect like combat is in play. So go ahead and
Okay.
yeah, 2 is the first one there. All right. So that's a success. He is at first timid, but as you speak in a gentle tone, he does seem to relax some, and he does sort of clamber up your arm and then hop into your cockpit.
Okay. And I need to use I need to get out of the room.
Yeah. I didn't make you roll for opening the door up there because I will just kind of retroact, that you like nothing. You weren't in combat time until you opened it, but this one is locked, so you'll need to do something to get it open.
All right, so I'll need to roll to move to the door, roll to open the door, and then roll to move through the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do this all one shot.
You don't have to do this all in one turn. I'm going to come in and
That's
try
why
to
you have
distract the thing.
friends here.
Yeah, so I'm going to let's see. I can get to the door. I'm going to I'm gonna risk a level 3 on an athletics, which is a 6-sided.
Okay.
And we'll see how that works. Probably badly, but
All right.
Maybe you should try stealth. Maybe.
I
Move your way to the door?
can't really substantiate stealth because I've already been seen.
Yeah.
Well, but it's a wild animal, and so what you're trying to, I would accept stealth in this context as in it looks like it's about to charge, and so you're kind of it's like moving in a way so as to try to not make that happen more immediately. Like,
Okay.
So I'll allow it in this context. Like you're trying to like move in a smooth fashion here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you feel like you don't believe it, then we can say it doesn't work. But
I'll accept the hand wavy.
sure.
The mojo of hand wavy.
Yeah, so
And maybe
I think that the way we're describing this in the fiction is kind of like you're looking at the thing, it's getting and you're like, all right, easy, easy.
Nice kitty.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
there you go.
Yeah, so that'll get you to the door. Oh, and then
Okay.
I think George. Don't forget George.
well, yeah, I have to I think actually technically you can move oh no, never mind. Hang on. Let me make it. I can make it so that I think you can move the George token now.
Okay, let me just try that real quick. Nope.
No. Hang on. Well, it doesn't matter.
all right.
Figure out
It's
what
not
you're
done.
doing to the door.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm not going to try and get the door open this turn.
Okay.
So too much is riding on. I mean, because it's George. It's too much is riding on getting the door open, and even if he charges, there's still enough space.
All right. So the you should be able to move it now, but you're finishing your turn there. So we're gonna. So who's next? We've got.
Yeah.
I think you'll have to click the token though. You have to.
Yeah.
You can either select them both, or you have to click it. Yeah. See there.
Yeah.
If you select the two of the tokens together, you should be able to move them together. But
Okay. Cool.
So right now, if nothing else changes, the monster's going to charge down towards basket case. Correct?
yes.
Okay.
All right. You want to do this or
I think disrupting the monster's action is the best move here, and the way that Yandu does that is, of course, by laying down going to move and lay down some covering fire so that the monster is startled and will not charge basket case. At least that's my plan. So I'm going to move to here and basically lay down some covering fire so that the monster will not take its action.
All right.
Right.
All right. Let's see that roll. It's a success. Yes.
Yay!
So you have
Yay.
startled it with the laser blast, and it is distracted from its original plan to charge.
And that's all I need to do this round. That's
Yeah.
You could also close the door so that it can't get out when you leave it behind.
I could.
It would
Yeah.
mean that you can't as easily do the same trick again next round, but I think,
Yeah.
or just wait till next
I-
time to do that.
Or I can.
I can
You
close
can
it.
both go. Yeah, let's keep the skill rolls as easy as possible. I will that's my companion.
Okay.
do.
All right.
Um,
Being burned by
Gonna have
easy
Urzaz
rolls.
then go in and try to close the door.
yeah, Urzaz is just gonna scuttle on over and just pull the doors closed.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh no! Oh,
Cannot believe this.
Well, I think Yandu, you're gonna be kind of watching the bugs kind of swarm up and just try pulling on the door, and I think we have a moment of you looking at that, and then looking at the door close button, and then looking at that.
oh god! Oh, God.
Yeah. So I think let's do a filler prompt there.
You believe a lie.
Okay. You know what? I liked it. I liked it before. I'm gonna say, you think you hear a little bit of a whisper in your voice. It just says, "Surrender to the burn."
No, says no.
And again, I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm just saying you hear a voice, and that is probably already creepy, all by itself.
Yeah, and alternate, I could say it's like, it's you believe that it's that the door's broken.
Well, Well, yeah. I think it's fun that
But,
you guys
I mean,
actually hear something that seems
Yeah.
like maybe it's Gulmak. All right,
Maybe.
so in phase 1 again, guess what the monster wants to do? It
Come from
wants
the
to
door?
charge at the thing that just shot lasers near it. So
Well, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
yeah. So who wants to go first in this round?
I do.
No,
Okay.
I,
No,
I think Basket Case ought to because whether or not Basket Case gets out of the room changes everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
okay. I'm going to use engineering to try and open the door.
Okay. Success.
I am capable of opening a door. Yes.
Hey,
And then
This
I'm going
is
to.
never a given.
Yeah. Let's see. Where do I get to? I get to up here.
You're not going to close the door behind you?
No, because if it can get out down, if it comes at me and comes straight out, it doesn't matter. We're leaving anyway.
Okay.
Well, but see, if she tries to close it and fails, then she's stuck right there with the door open.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And do I want to try and do a difficulty level 3 to get up a little bit farther? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try stealth to try and sneak by, so as not to call more attention to this open door.
All right.
Okay, and
Remember
do
that
stealth.
all our corridors are like half lit now with the emergency lights, and I think there's like flashing.
Yeah.
warp.
Yeah.
Oh my
no.
god.
Lord.
Yeah. So let's get another failure prompt there. You are suddenly alone. Gosh, what would that be?
Plunge into
How would
darkness.
that make any sense?
Plunge into darkness.
The lights go out completely.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I'll buy that. Yeah. The power goes out. Yeah. Or and you think this probably means life support has failed, and the power is out totally.
Okay.
All right.
Oh boy.
At this point, I think we just need to run away.
Yeah. So Yandu, Urza, which one of you is next?
You can go, Urzaz.
No, please go ahead.
All right. Are we just running, or are we? Am I
No,
trying to take this
I
door?
think we're getting the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on for a second. Do I need a Nova point for that, or what? Hold on. Okay. First thing I'm going to do, since we're in the dark, I'm going to make us not in the dark. I'm going to use inner glow.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to make a skill roll for that.
I think so, right? I mean.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Mhm.
I need to make a skill roll, and then I'll light within 5 squares of me till the end of the round.
Yeah.
Let's see. What makes sense for me for my ability here?
Yeah. Like, well, in fiction, like, you have this sort of radiation, chemical energy, vitality to you. What is it that you do, or how does it feel to make it sort of swell up and radiate outwards?
It's almost like I hunch my shoulders and I'm feeling the energy inside of my crystals kind of like start to shake and radiate and hopefully fiat lux. What makes sense for that for a skill roll? Athletics, because I'm trying to kind of shake and move and do all
Sure.
that sort of thing. So I'm basically, you're like one of the those shaky sticks that make light.
Glow rod?
Same principle.
You know what it
Except
suddenly
we
made me
cut
think of is
At least
if
somebody doesn't have to pick you up and break you in half.
Hey now.
So
I picked me afterwards, but let's not try that.
what I was wanting. Okay, there you go. That's a success. So
Yeah.
all of a sudden now, you're no longer in pitch black because Yondu is radiating a sort of blue-white light.
And then I will move to here. This puts everybody within the light, so they can all say end. I think that's all I'm going to do this round. I'm going to leave Urzaz to either close the door or
Yeah.
not, as he
So
likes.
here's a question. I think because this would have been Erasto and Nova's call for this upper station airlock. One door or the other can be open, not both. Which one is open?
I'm deeper inside the ship. It's not up to me.
I think the one to the hallway would be open.
Okay.
The outer door.
Right. All right. So that's Yondu's turn. Then it is Urzaz. You're left this round.
I'm gonna once again try to pull the doors shut.
Okay.
See, I was smart before I knew that the power was gonna go out, and that it
Yeah.
was strength to do this.
There you go. Now it works. Yeah.
The problem was
And
that the power was resisting you.
Yeah.
Now that it's off,
That's
it
what
works.
it was.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely what it was.
So the door. You have
And,
pulled the door closed. Yeah.
And then I will scuttle on over to here.
All right. And if anyone was curious, Urzaz is actually able to move 2 additional squares more than the rest of you with the swarm speed, in case that was unclear.
We run like little bugs.
All right. So I think what you all hear is the thump thump sound of the creature attempting to run to the door and being, guess what? Obstructed by the door. I think you see it go.
I get this.
boom,
I get
it,
this
like, rattles.
amusing. I get this amusing view of the creature running up to the door, stopping for a moment, pressing the door open button a few times, and it doesn't open.
We
Because
play
the
that
sound-
Jurassic Park raptor theme as you see the door handle. No, the door. The creature is blocked by the door. All right, so we're it's phase 1, but the creature is essentially going to try to pound through the door. Maybe it'll be successful. You'll have to see, but that's what it's trying to do. So what are the rest of you doing?
Running.
Yeah,
Running.
It makes sense to me. Yeah. So who wants to do that first?
Exit.
Well, so if Yondu and Basket Case can get into the airlock, then Urzaz could close the door for you.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan at this point.
Okay. Basket Case will use one of his laser swords as a secondary light source.
All right. Yeah.
And he and George are going to book it up to here.
Okay. Just real quick, your inner glow, did you say that it was only until the end of the round?
That's correct. So I would have to do it again.
Okay. So, but you could do it again. It would just
I
be
could,
another
yeah.
skill roll.
Yeah, it doesn't cost me anything other than
yeah.
a skill roll.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, you've done your initial move. Case. Now you want
And I'm going to try and stealth it again to get up here-ish. Actually, how far can I get?
I think with your skill in stealth, I think we just really can just flavor that is that's just kind of like your body design has this just really kind of silent mode stalking gait that it's capable of, and that's kind of when you want to move quickly without attracting a lot of attention, you just kind of shift into this.
Yep.
And the legs turn into just like these little points that only contact the ground in very precise points because you're on tippy toes.
Dink,
With
dink,
flippers,
dink, dink,
with
dink, dink.
flippers on them.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you've made it into the airlock. Are you going to try to do anything else?
No.
All right.
But I am keeping the laser sword lit so that Yondu can see as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will actually, because it just occurred to me, and I will just go ahead and give it to you that I think it might occur to all of you. System power's out.
Yeah. The airlock door is not going to close easily.
No, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just book it.
Yeah.
Once we get to the ship, we can close it from the inside and.
Yeah. Get into the ship, inside the ship airlock.
Well,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
you can't, though. The point is that in the station airlock, only one door or the other can be open.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have to not only, because the power is down, you would have to manually close this one and manually open the other one as separate actions.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I might have a solution for that, but
Okay.
let's get everybody in the airlock first.
Okay.
Sure.
So if it's my action, I'm just moving 5 squares into here. Okay.
And I think in your earpiece, you're hearing Mew say, faster would be better.
Let's go faster.
All right.
Okay.
So now you're all in there. So Yandu, you just use your regular move to get there, right? Are you doing
Yeah.
anything else?
Okay. So we have both these doors are currently closed, correct?
No.
The lower this door right here is currently open, and there's no power to close it.
And this
then-
door is closed.
That door is closed, and there's no power to open it.
Right.
Okay.
Now, theoretically, right now, because Mew is sealed to it, you could have both doors open, but it means that once Mew departs, it will basically expose all of the station to vacuum.
Could we close? No. Okay.
So
yeah,
you-
we're gonna need
Is
to.
that a bad? I mean, given that we have
Yeah.
little time left, is that a bad thing to leave this station exposed to vacuum?
It's up to you. It looks like the station is imminently going to be consumed by the burn anyway. You don't know.
Uh-huh.
I think we just leave.
Yeah.
All right.
So, are you done with your turn? Can I go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say, you're no longer in combat timing. It's a complexity 4 to open the door to where Mew is, because it's a big,
All
heavy
right.
airlock door. You know what? I'm going to actually take it back and say it's a 3, because I think they usually would have an, in case of power failure, manual.
Yeah. There's a panel you open up and a crank you turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this is your role, Basket Cakes, and I can help because I have no engineering, and the two of us together can probably bring this down to difficulty 2 and a decent chance of getting out of here.
Okay.
You're the
Yeah.
better
The possible solution that I had come up with, I don't have enough Nova points. I needed one more die roll to do it, but to get my second Nova point so that I could actually merge with the ship.
Well,
Yeah, that would have been a possibility. But yeah,
Well,
but I think
that's interesting.
you and I
if you want to
uncranked
have,
the
if
door.
you want to try to have whatever this is be whatever role you want to try to get, you can try to do that.
As a double.
Well, so here's the thing: is that if you have multiple people helping, it's only going to be a complexity 2 to
Okay.
open the door. So a skill roll is required.
Okay,
That's
so if I
aside from
use
the-
computers,
Yeah.
I can get my level, my number, my 4-sided die checked off, and I can get 2 Nova points. And if it fails, then I can still use my 2 Nova points to merge with the ship and open the airlock door that way.
Okay. So I'm gonna. I'll suggest that we can flavor this computer's skill check as like you're literally going to power the door with your own power temporarily.
Okay.
Like you're rerouting its connection to the system power, and you're going to just briefly give it enough power to open.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That'll work.
Well,
That'll work.
We'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. All right.
Yes, it does work.
All right, great. So you are able to connect to it. You get the door open.
I
think
get
you
my
look
2 Nova
through-
points.
Yeah, you see Nova Utella there, and I'm going to go ahead and move you all to your ship map.
Where there are so many people.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
hang on. So I actually need to. There should be 9 more. So I'm just going to copy some of these, and then. Yeah, so there's just people all over here, and so I think all of you um, does. I think maybe everyone's there except Urzaz on this map. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So technically, George is with you. Let me put Urzaz on the on the ship map here. There you go. Yeah. All right. Does everyone see the ship map here?
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
great. So as you all rush aboard, Mew closes the prepared airlock door and says, "I suggest that we depart immediately so that we do not be consumed by the burn."
We concur. Let's take off.
Yes.
All right. So
Nova.
yeah. First, I need for I'm assuming Yandu to make a complexity 3 piloting check, or or a check, right? Basically to break away from the station, given that when you do, you're going to be depressurizing half of the space station. So
Yeah.
that's a slightly more challenging disengagement than might normally be needed.
Let's give this a whirl. Friends,
Oh no.
Oh.
then again,
Yeah.
maybe not.
So as you are disengaging from the space station, the blast of pressurized air that emerges out from it does 1 MI health damage, health
To the
level
ship.
damage to your ship.
Oh no.
To Mew. So that's so you have 4. So would you want to use the shield charge for that? You have 1 shield charge.
I would say no, just in case we
You
need
get
that
shot at.
shield for the burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, we're not going to use the shield charge for this.
All right.
Yeah, because yeah.
Okay, so you have done that. So, as you're breaking away from the ship, you take some damage as furniture and stuff from inside the station is blasted out through the airlock, impacting the side of the ship. Mew says, "Ouch, ouch."
We'll fix it. We'll fix it once we're underway.
Yeah. And then you hear on the communication, you hear Seal Vaxon say, "Well, it's about dang time. Hey, you Eno, you any good with a cannon? Maybe see how many of these little fighters you can get." And you look around, and sure enough, there's 2 fighters and an interceptor that are currently being engaged with both your ship and Seal Vaxon's ship. So,
Okay.
so we are now in space combat. It's a little different. It works much the same way in the sense of the phases, but in order to do things on the ship, in order to move the ship, you need to be in the pilot's position or adjacent to the engines, which is this green square right here. To fire one of the guns, you have to be in one of the gun positions. The 2 are one here and one here, where Nova is already. There's the MI chair where you could go into MI space. Probably not necessary in this combat. But you could also theoretically generate advantages and so on by doing other things like, if I'm by the engines, then, I try to, reroute power to give maximum
Whatever.
energy to the maneuvering jets and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
And so you also let me hang on. I got a token for Seal of Axon's ship. So basically now Nova Seal of Action has specifically challenged you to take down more of the ships than he does.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Wow.
oh, wow.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying. Where was it? Yeah. So this is. Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant to grab the
Okay.
token one. Yeah. So this is Seal of Axon's fighter there. Actually, should be one more bigger than that. Yeah. So you also note that the burn is absolutely about to it is so much closer. It is you suspect that irregularities in its surface could just could move forward and consume you at any moment. This is get as far away from it as you can as quickly as you can. So, as we start this particular space combat, you're going to have a burn flare that is coming towards your ship that would need to be evaded, to like an evasive maneuver, that sort of thing. You have 2 of these ships intending to attack you. One is attempting to attack Seal of Axon, and that's what those that's what the adversary tokens are doing this time. Seal of Axon acts in phase 2 with you.
So we have 3 attacks on us.
Yes. So one is the burn flare, which needs to be evaded. So there's a limited number of different things that you can do with that. Like firing guns won't do it, for example.
Anyone mind if I go first?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Scuttle, 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 scuttle.
Where is he going? They going. What are your pronouns?
I think that any one of my race is probably a... Oh, actually, no. Him.
Okay.
Because the queen is gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Each individual consensus colony is kind of able
your
to...
species backstory, yeah.
Yeah. Urzaz scuttles back to engineering and mentions something about how, oh gosh, I remember these. I mean, used to hotwire them all the time. I bet I could soup this up just fine. And from his somewhat shady past, I'd like to use Streetwise to try to create an advantage by souping up the engine a little.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see it. All right, that's a success. So that's going to be an advantage point for you all.
Mm-hmm. And I have to go emergency take care of my cat. So that's the end of my round.
Okay. All right, who wants
We don't
to go
blame you a
next?
bit. Is there an empty 2x2 square?
2x2. No, not based on where you had. You know what? Technically, no. That's engines. No, I mean the places where we had kind of put stuff previously. Like if you want like a customizable spot.
Yeah.
But you're planning to do your
My gun turret.
yeah,
Wants to be a gun.
But hang on, because I think the reading of that
If you have a if you move to a customizable area on your ship with a free area of a 2x2, it's not my Nova abilities. It's
Okay.
just the special abilities.
Okay.
No, we don't have one of those.
But your Nova ability lets you do that like anywhere, right?
Right, but it only lasts for a minute.
Okay, but I think that you don't have a free 2x2 spot. Is my point.
Okay. So I don't actually want to reduce the health of Mew.
Why would you do that? You wouldn't. What do you mean?
Well, it says all right. So after the minutes over, divide the remaining health levels between yourself and the ship's MI however you desire.
Yeah,
Okay.
however you desire. So you could
Oh, okay.
basically you could leave yourself with one and make sure Mew is full, for example.
Okay. Well, I only have one
Okay,
because of that injury.
All right. So my point is, you divide it however you want to.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to use my Nova ability to combine and create to combine with the ship and create a gun turret.
All right. Where do you want to be? Because obviously, depending on which turret you are, it matters which side like you're on, for example.
Right. Well, the gun turret that I do is a rotating turret.
Okay, so you can go do any of the near zones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So I figure I'll just move to here and create it, and it pops up on top.
All right. So what does it look like when you combine with the ship? Is it like nanotech, or do you describe this?
I think what it looks like is basket case folding down and entering into like the customizable area of the ship. And so you just kind of see him folding down and folding around. His cockpit is still fine, so George is fine, but because that's very important. But he just kind of folds down and sinks into this customizable area, and then another rotating turret pops up on the top.
I think in the future too, technically, you have a 2x2 spot right here that we put 2 of the 1x1 modules in.
Yeah.
Those could go somewhere else, and then you would have a 2x2 spot, but that wasn't how you guys set it up initially. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So maybe in the future we'll be able to do that.
When you go back to dry dock, you can move them.
Yeah.
All right.
But now that I am a gun turret, I'm going to try and make a ranged attack.
All right. Did you not?
On
You
this
don't
guy.
need a check to do your combine. No.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a.
All right. So you're going to do an attack on the ship that's right there.
Yeah. This closest one.
All right.
Within
That one
range.
looks. That one, of these ships, is the one that seems like it's a little bit faster and a little bit hardier than the other two.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm still going to do ranged.
Okay.
We'll see how this works out. And it's still a difficulty 2?
Yep.
Oh, no.
But you do have an advantage.
Yeah, can I use it, guys?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's that for?
That's what it's for.
Anything but a 5.
Yeah,
3.
there you go. Yeah, so you fire, and that ship takes a direct hit, and you can see that it's clearly, like it's sparking, and one of its engines is sort of like venting some kind of gas into space, but it's still active.
Okay. I'm going to use perception to try and hit it again.
Okay.
Come on, don't fail me. No.
Oh, we're ready.
Or should I use my perception to create another advantage and maybe kind of get sights on targets and use my connection to the ship to identify strategic areas to target on all 3.
Yes, create an advantage. That is
So
good.
Yeah.
so nobody can tell can shoot or I can dodge or
Well,
whatever.
remember,
Yeah.
because we got a lot of piloting to do still too.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have a lot of
Yeah,
piloting
so
to do.
let me use perception to kind of soup up the targeting on these ships to create an advantage.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Use an advantage, create an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if we have like a policy to try to keep one advantage in the bank as much as we can.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That'll help us out a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, at
and-
least it will reduce the impact of those complexity 2 failures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can
Yeah.
still, because you can keep going. Your turn can keep going if you turn one of those around.
Yeah.
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 All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So you've made an advantage. Are you going to push your luck further, or?
No. No.
All right.
I'm going to end it.
Okay. All right. Who's next? Got.
I'm on again, so.
Yeah.
All right. So, obviously ranged to shoot at the one that's already damaged.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think it's the only one we can hit anyway because it's near zone. We can't
Right.
hit far zone. We don't have the weapons for it.
yeah,
At this point, anyway. Yeah. All right.
Ha.
Yeah. So you succeed and you blast that ship out of the sky.
okay.
Create an advantage.
Yeah,
When in doubt, create an advantage.
Yeah.
I would like to try and use presence to. Wait. Oh, that's
You're impacted. You're on presence right now. You mean? Or-
wow. All my socials are impacted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
You could use range again and lay down some more covering fire.
Yeah.
Like back.
Actually, yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
Try and advantage
Yeah.
that way.
So like
Cover-
some of the
covering fire.
fighters, like you can't hit them at this range, but you can like maybe try to get them to move into some evasive maneuvers that
Yes.
interfere with what they would have done. All right.
Oh, you.
Yeah. So, and you want that to be an advantage, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
an advantage.
Great.
And I will pass it on.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to take my turn.
Yep.
I am not involving myself in this battle at all. Instead, I am inviting our terrified, panicking passengers to come back to my little crash because, and he's telling them, we've got a long trip ahead of us. There's a stressful space battle going on. How about you take some drugs and just sleep your way through the entire thing? And,
Right.
and so basically, I am, as I did with the last bit, kind of
Yeah.
bowing out of the encounter in
Yeah.
order to do
So
that.
it's like you could just squint and say it's helpful a little, but maybe
Well-
priorities. But yeah, okay. Go ahead and make a roll just to try to persuade some people.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sure.
The fewer panicking passengers we have, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
So
think yeah.
anybody who is feeling anxious, anyone who is feeling crowded, anyone who's feeling claustrophobic, just come with me, and we will handle those feelings
Yeah.
biochemically.
All right. Yeah, I think you get a nice little drum circle. Come on. All right. So okay. So that would be Erasto's turn. Yandu, you're in the pilot seat. You got a burn flare up headed your way. You have one more fighter that looks like it's going to try to fight you, and then also there's literally you just got to try to actually fly away, which does take actions, also.
Okay, so let us start off with the fly away part.
Okay.
I was saying burn flare.
Well, because the reason why I want to do it in this way is because where is it? My ability is natural pilot. I have natural pilot, which when you make a skill roll in the cockpit to avoid an incoming attack, you reduce the complexity of the action by 1 to a minimum of 2.
Mhm.
So that's not what I want to do first because I can do that second and still get gets a direct two.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the first play is to make the move roll first.
Right. So if you fly forward, right, then that will essentially, move all of the other, like these two ships in the starboard far zone into the aft far zone because you're flying away.
Yep. So I'm going to try that first with computers.
All right. All right. You're successful.
Okay.
So
Successful.
yeah.
So then we gotta avoid that flare. So we'll try this again. It's only difficulty 2 because because I'm a natural pilot.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. Here. There we go.
Yay!
And
Okay.
it passes.
And that is to avoid the burn flare. Right?
Flare.
All right. Cool. So you
And
do
now
have
we have-
one of the fighters still targeting you.
Yep. I'm going to go for it.
All right.
It'll only be difficulty 3.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. We have an advantage in the bank. So
All right.
Yay!
all right. Didn't even need it.
Them one.
Yeah.
All right. And
So-
that I will stand pat. I mean, I've avoided all of difficulties and I've moved us forward. I will stand pat there.
Right. You do see that the burn is advancing, and in fact, even as you look back right now, you can see it begin to consume the space station. It's that close.
Yeah, must go faster.
Yeah.
Must go faster.
Is there a move action like possible with the ship?
Yeah. In
Other
fact,
than
that
just,
that was what he did as his first roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
I was just trying to think.
yeah. There's
Getting
not
out.
there's not a free move.
Okay.
With the ship.
No.
Because you have to make it go. All
Okay.
right. So for phase 1, once again, we have one of the fighters is planning to pursue and shoot at you guys. Oh, you know what? I didn't have Seal of Axon do his thing. So let me do a roll for him. That's gonna be. All right, so he's succeeded. So he blows up one of the fighters. All right. And I think as he does that, he's on the comms and saying, "That's 1-1. Let's see who gets the last one."
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
So that makes the one remaining fighter is actually the one still going after you because he blew up the one that was dogfighting with him. But you do have another burn flare. So now,
Okay.
yeah. Also, the current fighter is out of range of your current weapons.
Yeah.
So, you'd have to let it catch up, but
So
Yeah.
I don't want to stay here and dogfight it. Yeah. I mean,
It's like
yeah.
Yeah.
only a
Nobody
fool
told her come through. It's
burning
like
house.
if you can get us in the range of the aft zone, if you can get him into the aft near zone, I can take him.
That would mean slowing down. Look behind us. I'm not slowing down.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's when you look back at this fighter, what you see is a silhouette because the burn is right behind it.
Yeah. Just
I know you want to win this, but yeah, risking the ship for your pride. I know you're thinking hard about it.
yeah.
All right, so who's going first for this round?
as pilot, I probably should go last. So everybody else should do their stuff, and then I should try to create advantages and other things, and then I do my thing. So
Yeah. I mean, I'll let other people can go first.
Okay. I'll go first.
All right.
You once again hear from somewhere inside the engine that's swarming with bugs now.
Yeah.
Ooh, what does this button do? Um,
Oh no!
oh no,
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw my engineering score at trying to create an advantage.
Yeah, I think Mew is saying, "Oh, haha, haha, that tickles." All right, yeah. So that's another advantage. A reminder: you guys are capped for advantages at 4 because that is your ship livability rating.
well, that's a good. Oh yeah, we've never really had that many advantages
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Well,
Succeeded.
you need them now because this is literally life or death right now. The burn is coming up behind y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you have generated another advantage. You're going to do anything else?
Just gonna scuttle over to the turret there.
All right. Okay, so that's Urzaz. Who's next?
And as I scuttle, I go, just so you know, I've never actually fired ship's guns before, but how difficult can it be?
Just point and click, right? I used the camera. All right. So, who's next?
I might as well go because again, I'm not doing anything
Yeah.
useful.
All right. I mean, yeah, we probably don't need since you're
Yeah.
just treating you're drugging people who are inclined
Yeah.
to do so.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
you don't need to roll for that. That's what you're using your turn for.
Right.
All right.
Okay. All right, I'm going to try and cap our advantages by using my merging with the ship to just basically create more of an advantage. I would have like shot at the trailing thing. I would certainly not have hit it, but I'm gonna try and use computers to just create one more advantage.
Okay. You're maybe just trying to stabilize the ship as it's as it's vibrating. You're just trying to keep that vibration down.
Yeah.
To aid with the piloting, perhaps.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll see how this works.
Okay.
No.
Well, so
Go ahead and use an advantage.
yeah, I mean, if
Wait,
you
no,
use an
use one
advantage,
of-
if you use
Yeah.
an advantage and it's successful, then it's essentially neutral.
Right. So go ahead and use it.
Okay.
Because otherwise,
There
there's
you
a
go.
consequence to the failure. Okay, so
Yeah.
you used an advantage to generate another advantage, so you stay at 3.
Okay.
And then
And I'm gonna
technically-
pass it.
Yeah, okay. Why is it not? What's it not?
Okay, nobody tell her.
Yeah.
There we go. Hang on. There we go. For some reason, it wouldn't let me. There we go. Okay.
Trying to think how I can.
I mean, you still got Cielo Vaxen on the comms if you want to.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think what would be
Well, you still also got this other fighter is trying to attack. So, like,
Yeah.
if you want to try to do something to disrupt its attack, your gun can't shoot it, but you could potentially do something else.
true. I think I'm gonna basically, my first roll, say, basically, gain an advantage. Well, I guess Yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna disrupt the attack
Okay.
with
So-
the range.
Maybe it's firing some sort of torpedo, and you can shoot it down as it comes in.
Yeah, we can flavor it like that.
Or just make it take different, make it break off to avoid the fusillade of fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh.
No.
What?
Again?
Well,
Again,
Use an advantage. We got it. That's what they're there
Yeah,
for.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
most definitely advantage.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, you've disrupted its attack.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it has to go into some evasive maneuvers in order to avoid the barrage. All right.
I think, yeah, that's all I can really do.
All right.
So
Okay.
it's
Yandu,
Yandu.
you still do have a burn flare.
I,
And then
I do. I forgot I had quick maneuvers too.
okay.
Quick maneuvers. When you're in the cockpit of the ship, you can spend one advantage on your turn to avoid an incoming attack against the ship without needing to make a skill roll. You must spend the advantage before making the skill roll. So giving me advantages means I can just do it for free.
Nice.
You're doing that then?
No, actually, because I want to actually roll some dice. Because I want to get more dice
you
used.
still,
I'm going.
you still
I'm
need to
first
do
going.
skill rolls to keep flying away. So,
Right, right.
Okay.
So
I mean,
first of all, I'm going to try to keep flying away.
Okay.
That's our first step. First steps: fly, fly, fly.
Fly, my pretties.
all right.
That's
So-
a pass.
yes.
So that was a successful flyaway.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to try to because I need the D8. I'm going to try to
So
Dodge.
here's the thing. The way pursuits work is any ships in your aft far zone, you need to make enough skill checks, like, one successful skill check of flying forward for each pursuing ship. So technically, you have outrun that fighter. It can't catch up to you at this point.
But I still have the flare to worry about.
Correct.
Go ahead.
so-
Spend an
Well,
advantage.
and the burn is advancing too. So it's
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to try to dodge the flare.
all right.
Okay, so I
Okay.
passed.
All right. So you didn't want to. Oh, so you decided to not spend the advantage to.
Right, because I wanted to roll a D8 and get a D8 off my
Okay.
list.
All right, hang on. All right, so
So so I figure out the optimal course to dodge the flare and put that in and
okay. So you know right now that you think you need one more successful fly forward to be safely out of the range of the burn.
Go ahead and do that.
do it now.
Yeah, do it now.
Then
Why not?
Okay.
at that point you will be confident that you are able to get away and that it's not going to suddenly surge
We've got
forward
two
and swallow you.
advantages, so I think the odds are on our side. Okay, I'm going to go for it. All right.
All right.
Yay!
go.
There you
So-
go.
So you, with your expert piloting, have flown the Mew, fast enough, far enough that you watch in your rear sensors the Inferna being utterly consumed by the burn as it's flaring forward, but you are now leaving it. It is now once again receding in your sensors rather than gaining, and you believe that you are no longer at imminent risk of the burn surging forward to get you.
This is why they hired me.
And also, I'm sure we see the Silovax and take
Yeah.
out the other ship.
Well, we'll see. Let's
at
do
least
the.
try.
I'm gonna do the roll. Yes, blows up the other ship.
Of course he does.
Better luck next time, my friend.
And response say, I have a bunch of other lives to take care of instead of a petty competition.
That's the spirit. Just be happy with the strengths you've got.
Oh,
Ah,
I hate it so much.
and she's not going to say anything, but in her brain, she'll make the motion, but she won't say anything. But in her mind, she's going, "CeeLo vaccine."
All right. Now, I'm gonna have so, you know what? We're not gonna mess around with we're out of combat mode now. Seattle Vaxon does, now that they have blown up the last ship, also begin to speed away from the burn itself, and kind of buzzes up close to the rest of you for a moment, and then just says, "Now you just take all those hostages on home, and I'll make sure there's no more of these daylight fellas to trouble you on the way." And then he sort of veers away.
Well, he seems like a fellow.
Well,
All right. You have successfully rescued a lot of prisoners, and they are very happy. Now that it's obvious you're out of immediate danger, there's celebration on the ship. Everyone is cheering. There's lots of congratulatory back patting and cheers and hugs and tears, and everyone is overjoyed. And I think that's where we will end this session. So, yeah. We'll leave it here, but now let's just talk about story paths. I think probably a couple of you got some, so let's talk about it. First of all, let's say Noviatella. I think you were the only one left who hadn't had even one yet.
yeah.
And so, but this time you did have a bit of a competition with this rival.
Yeah. Yep.
And it didn't go your way, but
No.
so what that means is, who is the best? You have a rival. You complete this event after you have a competition, win or lose, with your rival. But your reward is that you can increase the die size of one of your skills by 1. It should be based on what the competition involved. So we can kind of discuss what that would be. I think ranged is most obvious, but do you already have a 12 for that? Yeah, so you do.
Yeah.
So we could say that it would be like something else that would make sense with, sort of gunnery.
Present?
Like, or perception, or computers, or presence too, if it's really just kind of like an attitude thing.
Yeah. I mean, what I think would be great would be it'll boost up Suave, but that doesn't seem logical.
I think
Sure.
staying
That
cool
makes
in
sense.
battle, especially when you've got a rival getting under your skin. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If I can do that, then that'd be great. Just
Yeah, well, and there was a moment here too where you kind of recognized that the priority was getting away safely, which
Yeah.
kind of meant that it looked like you were going to give that last fight or two to him. So
yeah.
yeah, so
Okay.
being willing to make the cool, the right decision there, and not be reckless about that. Yeah. All right. So that's one story path for you. Urzaz, how do you feel about your story path?
So I had planned ever since chasing after the small animal through the air ducts to at some point say to some members of the crew, obviously in case this happens again, you're going to want someone who can go through air ducts. Which was going to be making my case, but
Well, not to
there wasn't.
mention, it was you that went through the and spied everywhere and knew where all the remaining
Yes.
prisoners were too.
Yes. But I didn't have time to actually say that because we seemed to move from thing to thing very quickly.
Well, that's all right. I think that we can sort of, as everyone's kind of debriefing, I think that you
Okay.
can sort of make the case. But
Then
the
I
other
would-
the other thing I was going to offer is, I think one of the story things that you can do is actually argument. when you did briefly at the beginning have a difference
That's
of
true.
opinion.
That's true.
But I'll let you decide which of those you
No,
feel like
I'll go with
makes more
argument.
sense.
I'll go with argument on that.
It sort of just means that in order to make the case later, you'll need to do something else to make the case.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So with argument,
I think I'm going to up my engineering by 1 because I pressed the button and it did the right thing.
yeah. You completed this event after you have an argument with your partner about how to proceed. What was your fight about? How bad did it get? Did you resolve your differences? Does resentment still linger? I think we'll play that out,
Okay.
later, right?
Yeah.
But all right. So how about basket case?
I think the only one that could probably apply is protectors. You and your animal friend and you get into a life or death situation in which you rely on one another to survive.
I mean, soothe the beast makes more sense to me. You complete this
Okay.
event after something upsets your animal friend and you manage to calm them. I mean, that's literally
Okay.
what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll go for soothe the beast.
I mean, I think protectors doesn't fit quite as well because he didn't really do anything to help you.
Okay. Let's
But,
see.
yeah, so you get, the increase the die size of empathy, knowledge, presence, or power.
Knowledge.
Yeah, so the bond deepens after you calm the animal.
I think I'll do power.
And I gotta say, I like the fact that it has an automated thing to apply the changes for the story path.
Yeah.
So you don't. So yeah, you don't have to worry about hitting the wrong button.
All right, Erasto, I have a feeling I know what you were angling for, right? So,
Definitely angling for the costs of your indulgence.
yeah, yeah. So basically, you you complete this event when you fail to live up to your responsibilities on account of your vice. You're focused more on like, oh no, I'm helping calm down these panicking people, while everyone else is like, we're trying to have the ship not blow up. So, well, maybe I think we can. I think it would be fun to have some of that come up in role play, like maybe next time. But certainly you did that this time, which was everyone
Yeah.
else is like desperately trying to like, let's not die, and it's like, where did Erasto go? Wait, what's he doing?
That is exactly what I was going for.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And I
that-
get to raise one of my mental skills by 1 die size. And since medicine is already high and perception is already high, and knowledge is already high, the one I think that makes the most sense is streetwise, where I kind of in interacting with some of these people who were just folks off the street that
Yeah.
the people grab, that I kind of get a window into just how difficult it is for someone who's in the lower rungs of society to have this kind of mental health care available to them. So that's the one I'm grabbing there.
Yeah. So, for Yondu, the next story path event would be Curveball, which is something. Well,
yeah, we
and
haven't
so
even got to anything. So
here's
yeah.
the thing. I kind of meant to have this come up before I went into this, so I'll go ahead and I'm going to give you that now because I think.
Are you sure? I don't, because reading it, I think I became anywhere close to anything here on my workout. That's
you
fine.
didn't, but you will in a second. So that's the point.
Yes.
What I'm going to go ahead and sort of add as a sort of coda grace note to this episode is that now everybody is sort of calming down. It's like, oh my gosh, you got away from the burn. You didn't blow up in that space station. You rescued all these people. Isn't that great? This is amazing. And then you're kind of just starting to lay in the course to head back, and you're realizing Oh wait, with all these people aboard, we're slower. We're not going to get back to Ozobni in time for the
Yeah.
race.
Wah wah wah.
Yeah. So I think there's that. That's your curveball, which is
but I can't complete it yet. I have to come up with the strategy with dealing with hiccups, so I still
okay.
don't
Well,
have anything.
well then next time you'll at least you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be on course to get that next time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's it for our session tonight. I hope everybody had fun.
I did.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So we'll leave it there then. Thank you everybody for listening and or watching, whether you're watching us live on Twitch or watching the VOD later or listening to the podcast version. We're having a lot of fun with Burn Bryte, and so everyone out there, just keep burning. No, stay bright.
Oh,
We need a better
Don't
You
burn,
grew
stay
out.
bright.
yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye.